And here we go, gentlemen. So, last time, as you were continuing south along the Ravounel Road towards Menador Keep, with the goal of closing it down for the sake of blocking off Greater Ravounel from the Chelish Heartlands, you guys came across the town of Combrink, and it had found itself in a little bit of a pickle. Apparently, a reinforcement group of Hell Knights of the Order of the Rack have come up from the Heartlands, and they stopped in Combrink and apparently found seditious activity there and took steps to rectify it. And then you guys happened. Planning occurred, agonizing occurred, and then fireballs occurred.
Hey, baby.
And then you intimidated the Paralictor of the Order of the Rack, who was there, ordering her men to stand down, and all of the villagers they had taken as dissidents you took with you out of town, away from them, and are continuing off into the night with about 50 people at your heel. And this is
Like
where we pick
civilians,
up.
not the bad guys.
The civilians. Yeah. You guys have gone from a crowd of 5 to a crowd of like 55.
Fuck. And we let the Paralictor go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, you just like held her until you got to the edge of town, then kicked her and ran off screaming the other direction.
So we're coming back. We're like quote unquote loading in on having 50 survivors we have to deal with.
Yeah, and you guys are headed this way right now. Let me do it over the river.
Wait,
This way right now.
I don't know. I gotta zoom out and find where we are real quick.
Remembering that, I'm taking Tiny Hut as my new 3rd level spell.
I think we were talking.
I don't
about
think you
having
should.
I
don't think you should take Tiny Hut as a spell.
Weren't you spell canning it?
Yeah, you are.
I can
already
do that
spell-canning.
once, but like if it's the end of the night, we're about to go to sleep, I can
But
lap up Hut.
We're still going south, and they're trying to go north.
I mean,
so
sure.
like,
And
Garrett,
also,
think of it-
as
Garrett, think of it this way.
a minor point, DM interruption. You guys may have leveled up, but you are still on the same period of wakefulness, so you have not rested to refresh
we
your
gotta
new
sleep before we
shit.
get our stuff.
Also, Garrett, just think like, how often are you gonna be casting Tiny Hut?
That's
you
fair.
you have
Good
so
Hope's more
many.
useful.
You are a support, and you have so many fucking spells.
You have so few spell options. Spell kenning is
Yeah.
probably what you should save the flexibility for.
Yeah, you want to take stuff.
I need stable
You want
spells,
to take
like
known
Good Hope.
spells. You want your known spells. You want your known spells to be stuff you're going to be throwing out like every fight, or in the big fights.
Yeah, Good Hope, Haste, Mad Monkeys.
Yeah, that's why I know like Fireball and like Ghost Sound.
Okay, so I think we had discussed either forming a big caravan and taking these fellows to Oak Rib with us, or sort of organizing the refugees so that they can sort of scatter into the forest and they'll be harder to find when the soldiers eventually turn around and follow us.
Yep.
And us keeping them on our way.
And as a reminder, the Oak Rib Inn is not a town. It is just an inn on the roadside. It's just relatively famous.
They cannot hold 50 fucking dudes.
So I think our best bet then is to like try to get these fellas to break off into the forest in smaller groups so we can't really effectively chase them down.
Yeah, with like we give them food and water, and we go, all right, in pods of 5, you guys bust off into the woods with your food and water. You know what I mean?
Here's
Because
our
the
rations.
Ravounel forest is huge if you look at it.
And it's not just like that area; it really is just the whole lowlands here.
Yeah, that's basically the heart of the Ravounel forest.
Yeah, so I cast a vote for supplying these fools and
Well,
getting
why don't
them
we
on their way, because we
why don't we see
cannot
what
take
they
care
want
of
to
them.
do?
Yeah, there was an elderly woman.
Well, it's not really their fucking...
There was an
Sorry.
elderly woman who had taken up the role of spokesperson for the people who were still kind of like, okay, so I woke up this morning and I was having breakfast, then I got arrested, then my town got burned down, and now I'm marching west. What the hell happened
All
today?
right, so I grab the elder woman and I pull her over to our crew of miscreants. And I'm like, so you're the voice here, right? To relay information throughout you and your friends and townspeople.
For the time being, I'm just the one holding myself together the best.
I completely understand. So we're marching south to destroy Menador Keep. We can't take you with us. We could give you rations, like food and water, to last for however many days. We split you guys up into smaller groups, and you separate into the forest. I know it's not ideal, but I mean, neither is 45 soldiers. You know what I mean? Like, is there any way you could talk to people into not being panicked about all this and realizing that this is one of those do or die situations?
It might take a little bit to calm them down, but as far as, run off screaming into the woods or face an entire contingent of Hell Knights, I think most people would take the forest.
Well, if
All
there
right.
are enough adults who have their wits about them, I would be more than happy to show them where and how breaking off might be most effective. This is Icar, by the way. Tenebrae is not present.
Okay.
And I could send my hawk with them to scout aerial view as well to give them a better sense of where they're going.
I will remind you that your hawk is not nocturnal.
What?
So
He's magic.
He does
We
not. He does
first
not have
really-
night vision.
we need to try to make as much progress as we can before it gets too much later. What time is it, Luke? Is it like
This is you.
close to sundown, but not quite?
No, it's past sundown by this point. I would say by the point by the time you guys are far enough away from Comric, it's probably close to like 11:30 at night at this point.
Oh, okay. Then I think what we I don't know. Flickie, do you think that we could at least stop the group and sleep and have them break off into the forest once daybreak happens? I don't think they're going to
Usually-
make much progress. I think they'll just get lost in the forest at night.
Well,
We also-
usually I'm on the side of justice, and not that I'm not this time, but what I'm saying is every minute we spend not pressing our goal is a minute further away from getting into this land, which will further attacks like these.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
accept
also-
your point.
But
I also feel very tired. It's
But
been a
I was
big
about to
day.
say, there's no point in arguing with the party because we've been through a lot tonight. So if we get them sequestered off somewhere else away from us for the night, and we rest and like they're good to go, I'm
Well,
down.
no, I mean we would want to. It
We can keep watch from a certain distance, but I don't want to be next to them.
Oh, I do. If trouble's coming.
Who here, out of character? Who here has any decent survival?
No one except
I've got literally nothing.
Kyra's got a couple points in it, I think.
Okay, if we have someone who might be able to make a survival check to find, I don't know, a piece of terrain that would be easy for us to try to hide all these people away from easy visibility from the road, while they're taking a nap.
If people
I
want to make rolls, they can.
Let me see just how. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna help.
Hey, Luke, with my boot of levitation, how long am I allowed to stay in the air?
As long as you want.
Cool. I hover up into the air like 100 feet high and just quietly keep watch.
Okay. For the record, you can only go up and down. There, you have no lateral movement. You have. To
I know. I'm
Okay.
so high up that no one would see me or think to look for me, and I keep watch because I'm an elf and I'm just chilling. And I'm
Okay.
slightly angry, but I understand that we are good guys.
All right.
So I huff and I puff and I mumble to myself.
All right.
Okay,
I only have
that's-
+6 for survival, so I can help.
The boots let you use levitation at will, basically, right?
Correct.
That's-
Okay.
They're like the exact opposite of the hover boots from Ocarina of Time. But that's not me like requiring an action. If we can progress, I'm quietly keeping watch with my staff and my fucking
Well,
bird.
I guess Icar will try to find that spot with its. Well, I guess I'll try to make a survival check, and I'll throw in an inspiration die.
Ooh, you know what? When I get up to 100 feet, I deactivate the boots, and I can't sit on my disc. Never mind.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
if you deactivate the boots, you would fall.
Well,
Am
I'm
I
saying
able-
I'd make the disc first.
Well, the
Can I
disc would
gallon
fall
inspiration
too.
Survival also.
Oh,
If you want
Stuff.
to, you
Pretty sure.
can.
Pretty
Do
sure.
you
I got
have
one
Do you
left.
have any of those left for today? Is the question.
I'm pretty sure I had one of them left. I'm not 100% on that.
Okay.
I can survival slightly harder. Oh no, you have inspiration.
Okay.
So what's the roll?
Okay. Well, the good news
Okay.
is you guys have gotten away with the collective. Hold on, 20, 30, and 20. With the 30 and 23 that you guys got, since you guys have entered the lowlands of the mountains, it's actually relatively, rugged terrain around here, so it's not that difficult to find a large rise directly between Combrink and the forest that could, in theory, hide, if not everybody, most of them, and then another rise nearby to split off into two groups of like 35 and 15 to hide in the lee of these rises.
See,
Okay.
that could be red. I could
Okay.
get down with that.
So, do you guys want to split us up into maybe have two of us sleep here and one sleep in the other camp, Flickie? Or are you going to be hanging out in the air?
I'm not trying to holler, so I don't know if you'd be able to talk to me, but I think you can tell what I'm doing.
I think you
All right,
still.
so
I think
boys-
you. I don't think you can fall asleep while you're levitate.
Oh, I'm not falling asleep. I'm keeping watch.
Okay.
He's made himself a lookout tower without the tower.
Yeah, Flickie is also unbeknownst to you guys, so don't ask him about it. He's been thinking about his parents a lot recently.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I don't even think I saw you leave. Like,
Do a
Do you get-
flip.
It's like, shit, I didn't know yet. Shit, he does invisibility, right?
where,
Flickie,
Yeah, I
Flickie.
just disappeared.
do you guys think that's anything to worry about?
Oh,
Sugtok, make me a perception check.
oh.
Now make me a reflex save. Okay. There's part of your senses. You pick up a smell kind of in the air, and then you sidestep as a thing of a hawk shit almost lands on you.
So I wanna look up for the hawk and see if I can see Tim anywhere.
Me and the hawk high five.
Oh, it's a little harder to see Tim against the night sky, but you can see, an outline blocking some stars that appears to be humanoid shaped.
Huh. I make a note of it and say, well, I'm gonna sleep here,
Next to the hawk shit.
Next to the
and
hawk.
I'm gonna take 2 long strides away from the hawk shit.
I'm gonna take
And
2
plop down.
long steps to the left. Cha-cha real smooth now.
Cha-cha a little bit and
No.
crash for
Hey, now, Neo, I need you to cha-cha real smooth.
You think that's air you're breathing?
Not like that, better. Cha-cha like you're at your brother's wedding.
All right, so I'm gonna keep watch. I assume, even though I don't have like night vision or whatever, I'd be able to see a regiment of soldiers in armor marching down the road.
You have low light vision, so you can see twice as well as a human in low light. But even if soldiers were coming out, odds are they'd be bringing torches with them, which would make
Yeah,
it
and they'd
real
be in-
easy.
Yeah, and they'd be in armor, so we'd be able to hear them clinking away.
Yeah, Hell Knights run around in heavy armor, so
Well, Icar is going to try to get a good night's sleep because he is exhausted.
all right. So Dillon, how long are you gonna,
Icar,
is Flickie
don't-
going to be up there?
Not on the left.
So what time is it right now? It's
About-
nighttime, obviously.
By the time you guys have found these leads and gotten everyone situated, it's probably about 1 a.m.
I'll watch until 3. I drop a note towards the ground that flutters towards the party that let them know I'll watch until 3.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Exactly 2 hours. That's
There's
that's
5 of
The
us.
exact amount of time
That's
that
the
you need to
exact
be
amount of
rested.
time that I need to rest.
That's awesome.
All right, Tib'resh, after making sure everybody else is, getting settled in and people seem comfortable and all that, he'll get his rest.
All right.
He'll get his Tib'resh. Wait, that doesn't work. Wait a minute.
He's going to
I'm gonna fondle his Tib'resh.
Are you a Tib'resh guy or a thigh guy?
he's not going to sleep. He's going to
Tib'resh
meditate
fondles
in
his Tib'resh, remembering that part where Varl Wex split it down the middle with a knife.
I'm more of a Tabas guy myself.
Anyway,
Monk got those thick cheeks. Anyway.
Tib's same.
They're not allowed to. Wait, never mind. Let's just get off this.
I can make your cheeks clap.
What the fuck?
the best part of Flickie's day is when Tib'resh practices his upward kicks in the morning.
Yo, because I see his huge cock.
No, I'm wearing a fucking. Well, I mean, I guess it's.
Dude,
like,
you've got a Nat 19, bro. It's pretty hefty.
Between all of our jokes about Tib'resh's dick size, he's gone from micro penis to whoa over the course of the adventure.
I know it's gonna be low hanging fruit. No pun. Well, I guess pun intended. But roll for dexterity.
Intend your puns, weakling.
Wow, no one, not even a single one. You guys are mad.
There was a chuckle.
Okay.
There was a chuckle, but there's a hill where dick jokes start to go like, okay, can we move on now?
Well, you know
Sugtok
what?
is actively having a dream about Tib'resh doing kicks, so he wakes up seeing 3 legs anyways.
Many American heroes have famously died on real hills, so you know what? I'm going down in history.
Anyway.
Such a thing as too much horn talk, and a fella ought to be aware.
Horn talk? No, that's about like the... never mind. All right, okay, let's keep going.
So Flickie goes to bed at around 3, and Tib'resh, I guess, takes up watch after that point.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
We do like a cool high five, even though I'm still in a bad mood, and I go to sleep.
You while you're sitting around there, just kind of keeping a lookout to the best of your ability. Apparently, half of these villagers snore.
Oh fuck! I put in magical earplugs.
Yeah, you can't just go around kicking them and then try to fall asleep in 15 minutes.
Ooh, can I prestidigitate earplugs? They're pretty small. Come on, is that not fair?
Yeah, you can make earplugs with prestidigitation. They'll
I
last for like an hour, but you'll be asleep by that point.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll be conked out, and then they'll magically dissolve. So I'm cool with that.
All right. Yeah, -10.
I sleep right the fuck through it.
You're just like, wait.
Yeah, the loudest snorer is fucking Sugtok.
Oh yeah.
Sugtok's like,
he threatens old men for food and snores louder than a train.
Sugtok's -10 perception. It's like, wait.
Oh, jeez.
Wait. Lucola, where is she? Oh, wait, shit, that happened a while ago.
My sleep apnea is killing me tonight. Is what that sleep tells me.
But morning rolls around. So, as far as morning is concerned, the sun comes up around 7:30. So Flickie's probably only about halfway through his required 8 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm taking some time, baby. I'm in the cart with my hat like splayed down over my face, with my feet kicked up, and I look comfortable as fuck with a book open on my chest.
All right, some light reading. And in his dreams, Flickie figures out how to teleport.
Yeah, I wake up and I go, by God!
He writes it down. I've got it!
We have to go back to the future, Marty.
By Jove, I've done it.
First thing in the morning, kind of want to like scope out the horizon. Like wake up after a big fight, immediately looking for enemies.
In the direction of Combrink, or just around in general?
From Combrink.
Make me a perception check. Looking around, you don't see anything coming down the road, up the road, or anything coming from around the different rises and hills in the area.
There's nothing coming from the rises or hills in the area.
You guys want to have some breakfast and get our plan together, hit the road?
Yeah, we need a plan for these people and our own plan. We're a couple days behind now.
Well, I already talked to the old lady, and she said she would talk to the people and get them ready to move into the woods as soon as we supplied them with rations and water. And we're by a river, so we got water. And we got
reasonably speaking, can we... I think at this point we can afford to give them basically all the prepared food we have if we if we think we can buy some more in Oak Rib, maybe we'll salvage some from Menador. You do have the sash, which will
Yeah.
keep us alive,
Yeah,
even if
this-
it's not
Yeah,
Yeah.
the,
nutritious.
sa-
We
the,
can
the
survive.
the sash will keep us fed. It's just going to
Give
get
them the road
samey.
snacks.
But no scurvy, at least. I've seen a man with scurvy. It's not pretty. Okay, yeah. If we can set them on their merry way and trust that they'll be safe.
I wouldn't use the word marry in this situation, but I
Well,
like the energy. I
Considering
like
their
the
holes
energy.
got burned down.
Fed, not dead, not prisoners.
Kyra, however, is going to she's going to take a little bit of the morning, and she's going to, after all of this, she is volunteering to turn into a fox and head back in the direction of Combrink to see what the Hell Knights are doing.
I think that's a little dangerous.
Nah, she's just a fox. It's not like she's attacking them. She's just in the woods.
Tib'resh happened to wake up ever slightly more stealthy than he was, so I can tag along.
That makes it even more dangerous.
I've got this.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is getting worse by the second.
I'm up to 16 stealth. Come on.
I've got this new vein running down my traps, and it makes me.
I thought you were
stealthy
going to
as
say
fuck.
penis, dude. I'm not going to lie.
No, I just tuck in my robes a little bit, and now they don't flap so much.
I've learned how to tuck my massive dong to quiet the slapping when I walk.
Jesus Christ, Dillon, chill. Hey, Icar, you got some pretty sweet boots there. Are we the same size? I forgot we didn't switch boots last time, but we were talking.
Are we the same?
I don't think it matters because magic items generally conform to their wearer.
I mean, I love the idea that Icar is this, regular
goofy-looking
young
motherfucker
dude,
with
but
Sora
he's
feet.
got Sora feet. Anyway, just send me
clown
a
shoes.
description of what your things do. And
Okay.
do us.
Yeah, let me swap those out on the Google sheet.
Slippers, spider climbing.
Yeah, essentially, here, I'll just type it up. It's
I love
It's
the
pretty
idea of Tib'resh
good.
running through a room and then running sideways on the wall like Inception style shit.
Oh yeah!
With the boots of haste, I like that it specifically says you have to click your heels together to activate it, but it's click your heels and then run 30 feet faster.
There's no place like home, and it's over there.
Zoom!
Can't stick around, I have to keep moving on.
Hell yeah, thank you.
That's amazing.
It does not work on slippery things like oil or ice. There has to be some manner of traction.
Yeah, that's why I said non-slippery.
Yeah.
With his feet being weapons like his fists, if he could add elemental damage to natural weapons, could he give himself flaming feet?
Theoretically, yes.
Sanji!
Could
the
that
thing
kill
that
the
allows me
ice?
to use flames, I'm pretty sure is restricted to my fists. The
Elemental fist.
elemental fist.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
called
it's
elemental
in the
fist,
name.
it's probably
No, it's actually elemental fury.
elemental
Ooh.
fisting.
No, it says natural attacks. I can kick or I'm a fucking firebender, man.
So,
Yeah, it is restricted to fire. I
if he
have
wants to
choose
run
one.
on an ice wall, can he fire kick traction?
Unfortunately,
That'd be the
no.
worst.
Yeah, because then
But still cool.
you'd have to do stomp running, and that's just not going to be fun for anybody.
That's like some Endeavor shit.
Yeah.
We've seen Stomp in this world,
I actually have seen Stomp.
playing at the Kintargo Opera House.
Okay,
Ran for like 3 months.
Icar will
Jensen loved it.
grab some of the food and he'll give some of it to Sugtok, and he'll say, "All right, let's get this distributed because we are the less daylight we burn, the better."
Yeah,
All
we
right.
got a bail.
If you at the first sign of trouble you come back.
Wait, why would there be trouble? I looked around. Nobody's coming.
Not you. Us.
Yeah. At the first sign of trouble, you can go and see. At the first sign of trouble, you come back.
All right, don't worry. We're just gonna go look at from a rise because I imagine that a host of a few dozen Hell Knights walking down the road is gonna be real easy to see on a clear day.
The Paralictor may be cooking something up.
So bail.
We'll see. From a distance.
All right. Yeah, let's get this food distributed. And can we, like, I don't know, can Icar, like, try to...
So Tall, Green, and Bulgy is coming with me?
Attitude a little bit. Maybe Sugtok and him can put on a bit of a song, even just to, like, lighten the mood.
If you guys want to make perform checks, I won't stop you. But Kyra's like, so Tall, Green, and Bulgy's coming with me?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on some things. I think
just...
Don't worry. You're exactly what I need. Come on.
Yeah, you're the big old distracting Hulk.
Exactly.
Just take care of him.
I can escape as needed. I can run real fast.
I put mage armor on Tib'resh before he leaves.
How long is it gonna last?
It lasts for an hour per. It lasts for 9 hours. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That'd be good for
Nice.
a bit. Cool.
Whatever your braces of armor are, I think they're +2 at this point. Tim.
Yeah.
You're wearing braces. They're braces of armor +2.
No,
I have regular braces, but I have
a
a ring that's adding +1 protection. So.
Well, okay. Well, the ring is deflection, but I'm talking about I know you have bracers of armor.
No, they're braces of armor +1.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
have
just
plus
have
ones right now.
yeah, so the mage armor is +4, so your AC is 3 higher for the next 8 hours.
I grab your face. It's 9 hours. I grab your face.
Sorry.
And I look at you in your eyes and I say, "Come back to me, you big son of a bitch." And I let your face go and I walk away and I don't look back.
All right, I plan
When
to.
you walk away.
You don't hear me say Tib'resh.
I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to explain asexual to that guy. And I walk away.
Always,
Yeah, you
always
said
once
before.
more.
You said it before, Tib'resh. You just didn't say which kind of asexual you are.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
That wasn't a sexual thing. That was just a friendship thing.
It's not easy being Ace Pilgrim.
Flickie bangs chicks.
Yeah, I'll head on out with Kara.
All right.
Flickie bangs hot pirate chicks.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Well,
Flickie, you cut out after Flickie
Kyra,
bangs.
anyway, Kyra comes, turns into a fox and basically rides on your shoulders because you're faster. So
And huge.
So with this setup, you guys are able to reach a good lookout point over Combrink in about an hour and a half. And she just hops off and looks. From this distance, the damage doesn't look so bad, but the color is some parts of the village are very obviously more blackened than others. There is movement about, but you also need to make a perception check. Roger, can you do the honors for Kyra, please?
Beard scratch.
Oh,
Kaboom.
Jesus Christ, man.
Jesus Christ.
Tib'resh sees several miles in all directions.
Tib'resh sees the fractals of God.
He literally, what do your elf eyes see? This situation.
On a clear day, Tib'resh can smell forever. But you do notice down the road, headed in the direction of Cantargo, appears to be a large mass of black moving.
Headed in the direction of Cantargo.
Large mass of black. What color was the armor?
I am not, from this distance, able to determine how many are with them.
No, but the fact that you can see them from this point away means it must be a not insignificant host.
Okay. If they left anyone behind, it would be quite small. Jesus, sorry, my phone is going off.
I barely noticed.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it.
So that's weird that my clicker mouse pad. Okay, never mind. Okay.
A bitch about
Wow.
it during break.
So it sounds like it looks like most of the hosts is left. If they left anyone behind, it'd be very small, and I highly doubt they'd be coming after us. All right,
Fireballs
so
are
we got-
scary.
Well, that means they're gonna get to. Oh wait, I'm not there.
They're headed towards Kintargo. I know. We might come back to a different Kintargo, and it might be hard to get in.
Work on muting when you cough, Dillon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, if that's all there is to see, and if Kyra doesn't have anything to say about it, let's head on back with the news. It looks like Kintargo's about to get some fucking reinforcements, but they've moved on from Combrink.
Yeah, Kyra. While you were busy looking at them, you noticed that Kyra's not around anywhere because she's actually really good at this. You look for a couple seconds, then you see her like just sitting on top of a rock nearby, and she wasn't there a moment earlier.
How did you? I shouldn't have.
She hops back up on your shoulder and then just gives you a little paw to like nudge you on.
Okay.
Ride, pony boy.
That is the most adorable egging on I've ever seen.
What's your AC right now?
My AC is like 20.
You have a +3 from me.
27.
Kyra goes to bite your ear, but she hits the magical field that is mage armor instead.
What up, baby?
I'll get a move on, okay? I will start running back since she's being so impatient. She can hold on to my shoulder as I run fucking 30 miles an hour.
Can't you do 120 at your run speed now?
My charge speed? No, my run speed is 240.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
in 6 seconds.
Dude, that's an Olympian.
Yeah. Not someone at the not someone at the Olympics.
Garrett,
someone who lives on Olympus.
Okay. Garrett's calculating it for us, but we'll see how fast I move right now.
1 foot per second is 0.68 miles per hour. So how many feet per second is it?
80 feet per second.
240 and 6?
240 and 6. Or so, wait, not 80.
6.
That's 40 feet per second.
Okay. 27 miles per hour.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's not like, that's running at sprint. That's not something that he does constantly.
All right. So what are we doing today?
Well, the good news is that since he's no longer worried about being seen from Combrink, you're not being as stealthy on your approach back, so you get back in about an hour as opposed to the hour and a half, going at full kilt.
Icar and Sugtok, I guess, have just been banging out.
Yeah, soup kitchening and playing drums on the boxes. Like, get your food.
Basically, you guys have brunch ready.
Icar, what are you playing?
Yeah. The pipes of the sewers. I'm not playing the rat song, but they're still also just masterwork pipes.
Yeah, they're masterwork pan pipes. Yeah, but by the time Tib'resh and Kyra return, you guys have brunch ready. It's about 10:30. Flickie is almost ready to wake up.
Well, I cast mage armor and then I went back to sleep because I knew he was leaving.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta do it like right now if you can.
It's not hard to hear the approaching, running footsteps of a 7-foot tall man.
Hello.
Garrett's muted if he's talking.
I'm sorry, the girls were messaging about dinner. I got distracted.
It's okay. Is that what the perception check was, to see them return?
Yeah.
You notice. You notice.
I want to kind of wave at him and like, Tib'resh, come eat.
Tib'resh,
It's my lazy boy no chew stew.
I'm imagining a very puffy, windswept fox on his shoulder.
Don't worry. I actually made sure he cooked it this time.
And well.
And don't worry. Yeah, Kyra looks like she just went through the spin cycle. Like, she hops off your shoulder, turns back into human, and her hair's like.
I like the new hairstyle.
I could only bite you before. I can shoot you now.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, I need some meat.
I wake up.
Yeah, let's get some food.
I'm gonna hand Kyra some of the jerky. Like, this is gonna be the last of our rations for a while, so
She
get your fill or get good at hunting.
she. Well, fortunately, I'm good at both, but the jerky's appreciated. Grab.
Kyra, you are a national treasure.
That's what we need to work on when we get back. Courtly manners.
Kyra, we will take lessons from you.
That's a
I will
horrible
I will
idea.
remind you all that we are anticipating a rather large social gathering being run by the Lord Mayor himself.
Yeah.
So yes, you will all be getting instructions.
I would also like to
Flickie.
remind everyone that I did the best
Yeah,
at the fucking
I was gonna say, Flickie, could you train us?
Shattoo. We can look through a bunch of my steel tomes about etiquette.
The soul tomes were less about
Just-
etiquette because that's not what the.
No, not the soul tomes. I have a bunch of books. I
Talking
love
about
books.
he's
I'm a
talking about
wizard.
His stash of
Yeah, dude. If we go back, like kind of like how
yeah, okay.
in every video game you play where you could be like one of 4 characters, they each have their own room. My room is like full of books.
All right.
Roll for smut.
Yes.
There's a lot. You don't have to roll.
Tale of Two Titties.
I went into the Naruto universe and got all of Jiraiya's pervy book. A wizard.
And also into Skyrim for all of the weird.
The Lusty Argonian Maid, first edition. Wow.
One second.
Well, what did you find?
There is a minor aside before we get away from it. There is actually a magic item in a third-party book for 3rd edition. Roger knows which book I'm talking about. I think it's the Gnomish Kama Sutra.
We don't talk about this book.
Oh, but it's great.
We do not talk about this thing.
This is like this world's lusty Argonian maid.
We don't talk about B-O-E-S.
Right. We saw
A large group of Hell Knights heading towards Kintargo. Likely, they have left Combrink with their tails tucked between their legs, but we should expect a interesting welcome back to Kintargo.
Well, if they've left Combrink, then we may not need to tell these people to go into the forest.
If we can clear out the threats that may be coming from Menador Keep, like Flickie was saying, I think that's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Every day we waste is literally a day wasted.
Okay, new plan. We let these people go back home. If the Hell Knights have left, and I doubt that they would leave a garrison contingent. It doesn't make sense because they're due in Kintargo. That's why they're moving. Then yeah, I mean, we let these.
Or we tell them what you saw. We let them make a decision. If they need the rations to move and get on the road, fine. If not, we take our food and we bail.
We can't guarantee their safety if they return.
Well, unfortunately, Tib'resh, as much as I would want to, we really can't guarantee their safety if we stay with them.
Yeah,
What happened in Combrink was a very lucky fluke. I don't think it's something that we can replicate.
Yeah, we've lost the element of surprise. It's not happening again.
So we tell them that Combrink has been left, and maybe they'll have started rebuilding by the time we're finished at Menador Keep.
It would be
Because
wise.
we do need to go.
The good news is that Combrink is a lumber mill town, so it's not like they're wanting for supplies.
And yeah, destroying it would be difficult, not great for the
Okay.
town. All right. Yeah, let's let them make the choice to return to town. But it seems like they're
for the sake of breezing over conversations with 50 people. Yes, they are willing to return to town if you guys have deemed it safe.
All right. Well, that's up to Tib'resh. Do you think it's safe?
I do think the contingent has left town.
I would not think it wise to paint anything large representing the Silver Ravens in the meantime to avoid any further inquisitions.
Yeah, it turns out overnight that there was a small little like town meeting level inquisition between the refugees, and they found out that apparently the guilty party were a couple of 13-year-olds who are really, really taken with you guys, who unfortunately have yet to grasp the contents of political subtlety.
Actually, Tib'resh,
Yeah,
need
can
to
I-
give those 13-year-olds the hardest noogie they've ever received.
I'm trying to round up the teenagers as he's lecturing, as he's telling Tib'resh to be like, listen, you guys are dope. But maybe don't do that. But sick graffiti.
There's a time
don't do
and a
that.
place for the truth.
It's not safe to display those symbols yet, but one day it will be the right time, and you will know. But until then, you must keep this secret. And if you don't, Tib'resh shows them silver fists sparking with electricity.
I'm gonna
You
guess
might have to deal with something. You might have to deal with something very scary.
I'm gonna get
More
such
scary
a
than the
tanning when I get
Hellknights.
home.
And yes, listen to your parents.
Eat your vegetables, kids.
Eat your vegetables, and you can be as big as me.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
What's the school?
Probably the local, just common area.
School?
Stay,
I went to
only
school.
school
I
I
went
know
to
is-
wizard school.
stay in
Oh,
the
but these
lumber
kids
mill.
wouldn't know that.
It's a lumber mill.
All right.
Emulate Tib'resh by leaving home, wandering to the monastery, and then creating a rivalry with his sensei that he will not explain to us. As we ask him, and he mysteriously goes, "It's all in the past."
No, Tim's like Shenmue. He's like, I need to find someone. Wow, that dog is adorable. Just like everywhere he goes.
I just want to bring down chaos.
I want to kill chaos.
Our mission is to kill chaos.
God damn
That's
it.
all.
All right, so are we about to do our Pokemon animated series colored pencil waving goodbye over the hill moment with these villagers? or
Pretty
what are we
much,
doing?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm
Butterfree.
I'm getting in the cart. I'm getting everything situated, waiting for my bros. I look back and I'm smiling. I'm like,
Did anybody
I'm just
forget
waiting on
anything
my
back in
homies.
Kintargo? I could pop over and get it right quick.
yeah, I mean, if you guys need something, I can beep bop.
What a crazy adventure.
Hey, does anyone need something from their house? Because I left something that I was not allowed to leave city limits with back at the house. So I'm going to go get that real quick.
Are
Flickie
you
disappears in an instant.
Out of curiosity, are you actually using teleport right now?
Yeah, I'm using teleport to go back to my house where I'm very familiar with.
Are we already moving on the road when you teleport, or is this before we head out?
No, this was only going to take 10 seconds. That's the whole gimmick. All right, so I teleport back to my house.
Okay, it's Dusty.
It's dusty. I find my bag
Where
of
the fuck did Flickie
magical herbs, and I grab my bag of magical herbs and my father's favorite pipe, and I go and I teleport again back to the cart.
Now, is your intelligence high enough to have bonus 5th level spells?
I have one bonus 5th level spell, I believe.
Then that's both your 5th level spells for the day.
That's fine. I go, and I pop in Little Big Planet when you're stuck, and you hold your breath and you explode, and I wind up back at the cart.
Well,
What the?
here's the
fuck
thing.
was that?
Where did you just go right
Hold
now?
on a second.
Does my
hold on.
smell where he just went?
Hold on. Flickie, as you decide to teleport back to Kintargo, you focus on the image of home as it is, and then you can kind of feel yourself being pulled and stretched.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy when they're jumping through all the dimensions, and it's like, "Ah!"
Kind of like that, except it just feels like it, and all of that feeling compressed into about half a second. So when you get there, you're like, whoa, that's really disorienting.
I definitely throw up on the floor.
Okay.
Of your own.
I can't wait to do that again.
Yeah, so I grab my bag of magical herbs and my father's favorite pipe, and I warp back to the cart.
Again, you're. Let's go with the.
But
build.
I'm not good at this yet, so I warp back, but I'm like 10 feet in the air, like 8 feet away, like and I just like hit the ground,
upside
like,
down
in the grass off the side of.
Upside down. And as you guys are going along the
Yeah,
road,
I land in some river sand, and my legs are sticking out.
as you guys are walking by the cart, you see Flickie fall, and then as you cross the hill, you see his legs just sticking up out of the ground, going like.
Oh, great.
Because unfortunately
Flickie.
he's not that familiar with this road, so he was a little off target.
Tib'resh pulls Flickie forcefully out of the ground by his waist.
Is that
Oh, I throw up on Tib'resh.
is that what they
Come on,
call
man.
ditchweed?
Tib'resh brushes it off his hydrophobic clothing.
Thanks for the save.
It doesn't stick to me at all, so I just brush it away. Okay. What
Guys, I just went to Kintargo and came back.
Okay.
Want to see me go to that mountain and back? Want to
Why?
see me do it again?
Check it out. I pull out this super ornate pipe that my father said was going to be mine when he considered me an adult, and I pull out a big old bag of magical herbs, and I was like, I'll show you later.
Amazing. I mean, I can grapple people better than I could yesterday. Why are you showing off right now? Like, what is...
I'm not showing off. I forgot my bag of... I call them Glen Wads.
If you can teleport to Chintargo and back, why are we
Mother
walking?
of hell!
Why are
Why
we
am I what?
walking?
Because
What,
we're already
how does
here.
this teleport work? What the hell did you do?
I mean, I've never been to Menador Keep, so I couldn't teleport us there.
Okay, that might be something to explain before you
Use up all your energy.
You think we're gonna get there in one day? I'm gonna sleep
You
before we get to
literally
Menador Keep.
asked us if we needed anything from Kintargo, and before explaining, disappeared.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
could,
Well-
you could have at least explained.
Well,
it.
I thought I could hold the spell longer, but I kind of was just like, oh, God. And then I experienced God, and I woke up in Targo,
Oh,
puked all over my paramour.
The time
Knife. We've all seen the time knife.
Yeah, we made that joke earlier, actually.
But you didn't think to go to Milo's while you were.
It was, I didn't know who
Unforgivable.
was going to be in the streets. And if I was by myself, I don't know. I just
is
needed to
late
get
at
this
night.
bag
The
of
Milo-
herbs and spices.
Oh no, it's in the morning. Shit.
And then I go, haha, and I pull out a second bag, and it's literally food spices, and I'm like, Sugtok.
And then,
Don't
He's
get
going
those
to eat.
confused with your herbs.
and
All
then,
right, I'm
and-
going hunting
and
before
then-
bed.
I mean,
And then Kyra speaks up. And yeah, based on your re-entry here, wouldn't exactly have been low profile if you appeared in Red Roof Market.
yeah, conveniently, I thought about home where I lived for 110 years, so I was pretty familiar with it.
What's so significant about those herbs that you got?
Well, the food ones make meat delicious. My mother used to
Flickie.
cook
Flickie,
magic cow
we
steaks.
literally just gave away all of our meat to the
We can
villagers whose
hunt.
Town was burned.
We have an angry man that can turn into a boar.
You can hunt.
I'm a wizard.
Oh, we're doomed.
All right. Either way, I brought back. It's like Sam, that the Legend of the Lord of the Ring, where Samwise fellow brought the spices from the Shire just in case.
I'm pretty sure I can outpace any rabbit and some deer.
All right.
So
Either way,
You know what?
I've emptied my stomach from puking, and we're back, and I've got my spices and my herbs. So somebody else drive the car, because I'm gonna chill in the back for a while and think about stuff.
And by the time
Yeah,
Tib'resh is finished with the deer, it'll be all tenderized.
I'm gonna wrap the reins around my legs so as I'm stomping a beat for playing the song as we travel, it's like, yeah.
As
Right.
I
Reins.
settle in to smoke my pipe and chill, I pull out a suspiciously ashy tome that I may have grabbed from my house and start flicking through it.
Okay. But you guys are officially on the road after Flickie's shenanigans by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not much in the way of travel compared to your previous days on the road. But considering the last 12 hours, it's understandable.
I feel like with a 31 perception, I noticed Flickie checking his tome regularly on the road.
It's hard not to notice someone reading next to you in the car.
It's not exactly reading. Does he investigate what I'm looking at?
I kind of want to peek over and see what he's looking at.
How do I roll against this? I just want to try.
Sleight of
You
hand
want to prevent me
versus
from looking?
sleight of hand
Are
versus
you-
perception.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No, there's no way I can beat that. Okay. So he sees what I'm looking at, and it's a family photo.
I was gonna say roll it just to see if he botches.
Okay. I got a 15.
Not a botch.
That one is baby pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Photo album. Got it.
Tib'resh keeps an eye out while meditating and sees it.
Yeah, it's a family photo album from when I was born to literally they were going to a ceremony when the Night of Ashes happened, and that was the last photo we ever took. So I'm just kind of thumbing through this like half burnt like photo
How the
album.
hell did you take photos?
There's photos in this day and age.
No, there's not.
There's like, okay, well then they're paintings. Fuck you.
Are
Flickie has
writings of
established
your-
that he
of your
does drawings a
parents-
lot.
Flickie has
Yeah, and I
established.
draw.
Flickie has established that he's accidentally a better artist than Tib'resh when he's actively trying.
He has a record
man.
of his family events.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I'm just looking through it and like kind of thumbing around in my head, realizing where I was and where I am now, and like because we're kind of going to do something super important, and I figured now that I have the ability to go wherever I want, I wanted to go home first.
Bresh keeps his eyes closed, but still maintaining that he's meditating. Says, "Do you want to talk about it?"
Yeah.
Mm,
As far
if
as
we survive the keep.
as far as the family photo album is concerned, your aunt stops showing up by about the time the Civil War happens.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. As you know, as long as you need. But I'm here if you want to talk about it.
I appreciate you. And I clap your giant muscly thigh, and I'm just like, whoosh.
5-star.
I close the book and put it in my book pouch.
Okay.
Your miniature library.
All right.
My hammer space.
All right. Does anybody else do anything of note today?
I sleep real good so I can get all my spells back.
Okay.
Tib'resh can take over for driving in the evening.
Okay. At
Okay.
what time do you stop to make camp?
I can keep the cart going if I can get rest. If you guys want to, and I'm just saying, like, we can skip. If people can rest on the cart, are we able to? Do we have to stop? Like, if I am able to take
I
an
think
early shift.
I think that is a matter of how smooth the cart ride is.
Hey,
If
this is
it's
my
smooth
family
enough, you
cart.
might be able to sleep.
Our family made super smooth cartwheels.
But if it's like a rough sort of bumpy road, I don't think anyone's gonna get any rest.
Oh, we're going into the mountains. Yeah, it's gonna get rockier and rockier
Yeah,
the closer we get.
unfortunately, suspension isn't a thing yet.
Right. Okay.
And it's also a matter of how tired the horses are going to be.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
now, to be fair, since the horses didn't really get started until afternoon, they can go really late, but at some point, the horses need to rest as well.
We can go into the.
How about this? The horses can go for 8 hours a day before they feel the need to rest up and rebel against you. So you
Yeah,
can,
dude,
so you
Lil
can
Seven
go
the
until,
deuce.
yeah, you can go till about 9 or 10 o'clock. Then like immediately fast out, and then wake up at around 6 or 7 and get a regular schedule going.
Also, isn't Sugar doing like marching song doohickey on the horses?
Yeah, that just means that the horses aren't getting exhausted. They're just they
Okay.
are moderately sore. Just need a good rubbing of the legs to get them like.
Well, Tib'resh is the one that has to massage the horses. He's the only one
We
strong
can-
enough.
Yeah, we can go.
I'm
as
not
far,
kidding.
We can go as far as we can with you guys getting a full day's rest before tomorrow, because I'm sure Dillon will want to recharge the 2 ridiculous ass.
Who's
spells.
Dillon?
Flickie will want to recharge the 2 ridiculous ass spells he used.
What is recharging spells?
It will.
We will rest.
No. Magic exists in this universe. Recharging spells is a real thing.
Right. So okay,
I haven't
we
heard
will
that
go.
phrasing before. I like
Jesus
it. It's
fucking.
nice.
We will go until 1 o'clock in the morning. At which point, that will be the ideal time for people to have 8 hours of rest and get going the next morning.
I offer Tib'resh the pipe.
Or midnight. We'll go until midnight, sorry, and we'll all wake up at 8, even though Tib'resh has 6 hours to chill by himself and his thoughts.
Tib'resh is like the haggard mom on a family road trip.
I got 3 dudes in the back. Oh, wait.
Tib'resh,
Don't make me turn this card around.
Longer, right? You just don't have to.
I look at Tib'resh and like a single tear goes down my face. You don't want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it yet, and I offer the.
Tib'resh is like, okay. Am I gonna have to? I mean, am I gonna have to do any?
Am I gonna have to drive
Well,
later?
Is whatever is contained in this pipe? Am I going to have to balance myself out afterwards?
You don't really do magic, so it's honestly just like a calming, like kind of Delta 8 CBD sort of deal.
That sounds
That's
great.
just like that. Hold on.
Tib'resh.
Tim, that sounds great. Tib'resh, hold up.
This is literally wizard wood.
It's
all right.
Wizard?
Tib'resh takes a couple of cautious pipes.
A couple cautious pipes.
Couple cautious puffs on the pipe.
He's partaken in
You've partaken in libations before.
Breathe deeply of these herbs and share a vision with me.
It's a very unstable blend of herbs and spices.
Wow, that is the second.
It'll help you
reference
meditate,
we've done
man.
To that movie. Yes. Sorry. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. The taste is mellow. It's kind of relaxing.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
Now
but
make me
I
a-
do magic, so I'm gonna chill for a while.
Now, make me a fortitude save.
Me? Okay.
No. Not
oh.
you.
Just saw the picture in chat.
It's a nice, mellow, gentle high.
He's not high. It's CBD or Delta 8. Like, he's not stoned. He's just chill.
I know, but he thinks it is a little bit. So there's a little bit of a placebo effect happening too.
Cool.
My body feels. This is. You guys ever see me do push-ups with one finger? Check this out. This is the funniest fucking thing.
I kind of kick back in my classic position. I pull my hat down. I kick my feet up. I start to read a book, and I've got like one of those like wheat straws hanging out of my mouth as I read my book.
Here's just a simple farmer.
Hey, what's it like to have?
Because I keep shaving my head. I wonder if it would look like if I grew it out, but it's against my teachings. What if
Tim,
my
you don't
hair
live
was-
with your master. Tib'resh, you don't live with your master anymore, bro.
I know. Oh, God.
I've conjured up a sitar.
Well, God, Jesus, it's like you did about 60% well with conjuring up that sitar. Jeez Louise, man, that's pretty rough.
Wait, who's driving the car?
It's a little better than your. I haven't
Wait,
mastered
Sugtok's
it
driving the
yet.
cart. But he's got it tied around his legs so he can use his hands.
The rhythm of keeping this cart moving is really throwing off my playing.
Okay. All right, so out of curiosity, quick... Actually, I guess I could ask Icar. Before I pass out, I have a question for you. You seem to be in the know and very on the level. How long until we reach Oakrib and then Menador?
Who's Icar?
Oh, shit, you're Tenebrae right now. Right, okay. Would you happen to know how long... and that's not in character. I just completely forgot.
In our defense, you did not. You the last time that you interacted with people, you were Icar. You did not tell us otherwise.
You should use your little figures to notate.
Do you know how long until we reach Oakrib now that we've separated from that giant cabal of people?
What? Probably another day and a half on the road.
Hold on, I actually have this written down.
No.
Combrink to Oakrib is 3.5 days. Since you guys got
we're
a half
at
day.
the end of
have a half day grand total. So you've got 3 days to Oak Rib from here. And then another.
Okay, so I'm just gonna smooth myself silly in the back of the cart.
It would be 2 days at the end of today, right?
If it's morning, yes.
Yeah.
It is morning. You have 3 days to go until Oak Rib, and then from Oak Rib to Menador, it's another 3 days.
Okay.
And it's not a high thing; it's a wizard thing. It helps me relax and commune with the feeling of my parents, because I'm an elf too, not just a wizard.
How many days of herb do you have?
Well, I brought what in other worlds would be considered about an ounce. So, I'm pretty good.
Is the metric system different here?
Do we use the metrics here? I don't know. I brought a leather satchel's worth of calming wizard communal herbs.
One dragon's testicle.
Since the campaign setting uses miles and feet, we're gonna go with the imperial system.
I bought 1 foot of wizard herbs.
That's a lot of herb.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, Tenebrae, I know Icar plays the pan pipes. Do you
Tenebrae
also
doesn't know
play?
Icar. We don't know that they know each other, do we?
I know y'all have interacted.
You don't have to
before.
pretend to be dumb.
Okay, cool. All right, okay. Yeah, I was totally pretending.
Well, we haven't
Anything-
exactly had a conversation about the distinction between the two.
Anything.
I think we should do that.
You had one conversation immediately after discovering it.
Anything he can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than him.
All right.
Hey, musical.
Well,
The best
Put
part is
your,
they were in that musical, Roger.
one string.
Really?
Yeah, just
Put your pan flutes
We got
where
it
your
wrong a
mouth
lot.
is.
Yeah, we've got it
you
recorded.
guys
I'm
hear
gonna
me?
play the guitar.
Yes, Dylan,
melody
I can hear
from
you.
that video.
I've
you
got to
posted
see.
earlier.
I've got to
Okay.
see them in Annie Gets Your Gun.
Oh, I was Buffalo Bill. He was Frank. It was awesome.
We've got it recorded somewhere. I'll ask my mom.
Luke, please do. We're actually trying to do a bro night based around watching our old shitty musicals.
Well, I'll make sure to find you Aladdin too, so you guys can watch me in all my glory.
Oh my god, Aladdin.
And,
So
dude,
fun.
is the titty night on record?
No,
on
that's
record?
not on recording.
Oh.
I
Man.
think they only did one weekend. Anyway, okay.
Hey, that's like brown face Matt.
Oh God,
There were several members
that
of
was an accident. We promise.
Anyway, why are you asking?
We've got 3 days of travel and I'm bored. Sue me.
Yeah, because I'm curious, because I want to know if we can expedite this by just kind of doing it. We don't have to. We don't really. If we're adventurers. If it requires a day of boring cart travel, so be it. And if those are our next couple of days, maybe we can just do that and get to Oak Rib.
3 days pass in silence.
This was a mistake.
3 days of silence would be a blessing. After all the noise that we've experienced.
Hey,
And honestly, Sugtok can do magic, so there's something I'd like to show him.
hey, fuck, Icar, Tenebrae. Sorry to get your name wrong. I've had a lot of this elf.
You cautiously had 3 poofs of elf communal
It's-
stuff.
Kyra chops up and says, "You know that stuff's like basically nothing, right?"
What?
And I look at Kyra like, what?
He gets stronger than this?
Yeah, Kyra looks at you and just taps her the nose.
Yeah, this is that 70s swag wizards.
Wait, so, hey, Tenebrae, at what point do you meet Icar? You know what I mean?
Ears look up and I lift my hat up from over my eyes, and I pay attention.
So we're having these conversations.
I'm just.
I separate my propped up feet and I say,
wasn't
"Yeah,
aware
I'm
I wasn't aware
intrigued."
that my history was going to be the first one to be interrogated.
I just thought.
Hey, we're not interrogated. Well,
It was
Mrs.
just a-
Tib'resh.
If we're not
just-
interrogating, then I
just
reserve the
a
right
question.
not to answer the questions.
It was.
That's harsh, aren't we, friends?
Fuck it, I'll ask Icar later.
If you want,
No, don't back down.
if you want,
Are we
I
not friends?
if you want, I can ask Tenebrae under pain of pain.
No, that doesn't seem like a nice way to go about. I don't want him to tell us
Pain
it if it.
pain don't hurt.
It will if I do it.
I don't.
Well, is
I
there
don't want
something
you
you don't want to talk
about
about?
it if you're not comfortable, man.
Like, what forced you to be like a masked vigilante if you had such privileged grow uppin'ins?
This is the part where Kyra goes, I've heard this already. I'm going to go focus on the horses.
Like at what point? Like, how do you separate the two? Because Tenebrae, you're so ha hoo ha ha, do the monkey with me, and Icar's very like laid back to a certain degree, and it's like, how do you separate the two? Do you just switch something off? Like, how does that work?
It's not about how it's done. It's about why it's necessary. Do you have anyone?
tilt my hat
Do you
back
have
down
anyone
and
who's
think.
at risk if you get caught? Don't answer that because I know the answer. The answer is no, Flickie. You live alone inside of an empty house for almost a century, with your only contact being the people who are directly related to you. It's not something where you conceive the need to protect those people because they're the ones who are protecting you. And now that they're not protecting you, who is?
I tilt my hat back down and I kick my feet back up, and I spit out the straw.
That got heavy in a hurry.
I say nothing.
If we're going to have these conversations, why don't we have all the conversations?
I see he's
I'm-
right, so I had nothing to say.
I don't appreciate being the butt of everyone's curiosity. Not when there are so many other unanswered questions. Questions I don't care to ask because I know that we all have things we don't share. Does that make sense? Or do I need to talk slower?
No, I'm smart. I get it, and I kind of just chill.
It makes sense, but you're really bringing me down. I was having a good.
You're really parching my buzz right now, dude.
We're not out here on an adventure to have fun. Or maybe you are, but I'm not. We are here to prepare ourselves for the violence and blood that's going to be shed in just a few days.
It's not just fun. It's just you guys are the
Closest
closest.
people I've gotten to since I was back at the
Whoa, what
monastery.
fuck?
That's the problem. Icar gets close to people, those people get hurt. I don't get close to people, so that when people get hurt, I don't get hurt. That's
But-
my
When you were Tenebrae, you almost got cut in half, and without us, you got hurt.
Is Tenebrae not another vulnerability of Icar? Sorry. Sorry.
You know what?
You just said you didn't want to get into this.
Yeah,
Weird.
no, you know
That's
what?
My bad.
That's our. You know what? Honestly, I tilt my hat back down. I put another straw in my mouth, and I kick my feet.
Where is he
I
getting
just-
the straw?
I was.
Are we on the road? I've been picked up.
I've been trained by a lot of scholars. I just analyze. That's my bad. My bad.
Tell me about your.
You're also quick to apologize.
You're so angry.
You just said you didn't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
and you're right. You made it
And
very
that's it.
clear.
You're just going to give up like that.
What? You just roasted my ass.
You're playing both sides of this, and I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from.
I've said before, it's not my job to make friends. That doesn't mean I'm not curious about the things that you have. Why don't we make it a show and tell? Everybody shares a little bit at once of something they don't want to talk about.
Oh.
Okay.
Sugtok, why don't we start with you? You've been
Dibs on
quiet this whole
last.
time.
Yeah, I'm still not really sure about what's happening with Shinsen. Been doing well to kind of put it on the back burner these last couple of months as I've been murdering my way through
The city I
through
love.
people.
Well, that's a good question. What are you going to do if we find her and she's dead? Easy question to ask, hard question to answer.
Yeah, pretty
Avenge?
straightforward, huh?
Is
I mean,
that
I'm-
what
I'm
she
good at
wanted?
killing.
She's an artist, right?
Make me a
And
knowledge.
if you
I'm
wanted
also
to
an
be like
artist.
Make me a knowledge local check, by the way.
Who?
Icar.
Icar's not here.
Then Tenebrae. Roger, make me the damn check.
I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back.
You know that Shensen is currently an opera singer, but she was an adventurer previously. So she lived the high and daring, dangerous life. One of the reasons she's so popular is because, for lack of a better term, she does her own stunts. So all of her like dancing and sword play on stage is not choreographed dancing. It's adjusted from actual practical combat use from her youth. Gives it a more raw,
So
visceral
then
feeling.
why are you so concerned about Shensen? It's got to be more than just a casual interest as a fan. Fans don't take up arms and threaten to burn the city down.
After my family was taken and I fled south, I met a priestess, taught me a bit about Desna. Another big fan of freedom, free will. So I came to the city and I saw her perform, and she was incredible. And then Thrun got a little out of control, and
What the fuck?
I thought back to the teachings and
Sports are happening on the other side of the wall.
want to do something to avenge it.
That's
and
rad.
She disappeared that night, the same night as Flickie's parents. Hasn't been seen since.
I shift when he mentions them.
I can't find a word of it. I've listened for rumors for weeks.
You know,
It's easier to keep killing.
You've impressed me. I did not take you as a man of faith, but I realized that there is more going on under those tusks. Thank you for sharing. All right, who's next?
I called dibs on last because I want to share this with everyone at the same time. Like, it's a thing. So Tib'resh should go next.
Tib'resh, you ready to answer some
If you're willing.
questions?
Tim,
The
how's
whole
that,
point is-
Tim, how's
the
that
whole point-
backstory going?
The whole point is that you're not supposed to be willing. That's why we're having this.
Yeah,
None
that's
of us
why.
want to talk about these.
It depends on the question being asked.
I have a question.
What do you want to know?
Why are you so devout to your? Why are you? Excuse me. I'm sorry. What? Fuck. Okay, sorry. Why are you so stuck to your guns on your morals, but you're not in a monastery anymore? Were you kicked out? Were you forced to leave? Are you a traveling monk? Like what is the deal? Because you were trained in a monastery, correct?
Yeah. I didn't finish
Well,
becoming.
I'm more curious about how you wound up in that monastery.
Ooh, that's
We
fuck my
all-
question. His question's better.
We all know that there's an uncomfortable stereotype about orcs and
Orcish. Yeah.
and
sorry.
orcish heritage.
Yeah.
Many of the villages around these parts don't like orcs for their own personal reasons. So where are you from, Tib'resh?
I'm actually.
I would mute, but I never know when that's gonna happen.
I'm I am from Kintargo as far back as I can remember. I was
You were born there?
raised up in the streets. I think I was brought up there. I was in the streets. My mother died young. Obviously, I don't know my orcish father. But I was a hoodlum. I needed to earn money, and there wasn't a lot of ways to make your way as a gigantic, incredibly strong child. So I forged my own way. I would spend days away from my mother hanging out with hoodlums in the streets. The Cactus Bunch.
I get that reference.
Small time gang.
Big time cactus.
You know, just led by one older member who was known for causing ruckus in the streets. It was mostly petty theft, pickpocketing, beating up people who owed money, simple stuff like that. But one day we tried to pick on the wrong person, and well, I was the only one left standing after we were beat down attempting to pickpocket this person, and they noticed my resilience. I kept getting up after getting beat down. Please stop it. I'm getting so distracted, and I did write this down. I'm just trying to remember it because I don't have it in front of me.
I'm sorry.
I came from the streets, you know, and we tried to pickpocket the wrong half-orc. There's a lady, a beautiful, incredibly strong woman, by the name of Oligri. I don't know how she even came by that name, but
Does she know how it's spelled? Because the DM is curious.
Oligri.
Okay.
She was part of a nomadic group of monks who taught the way of balance. It was a very simple system of 5 rules where, you know, as long as you make sure you and the people around you are able to live the lives they want without being oppressed, the world was in balance. And it was enough for me. I followed her and clung to her every word, and I was trained in the ways of the fist. It's the only way I know how to meet justice. Obviously, I'm incapable of, you know, I'm pretty useless when it comes to weapons or anything else like that. But
there are other ways to mete out justice. That's why you use your pen strokes, right?
Right.
Isn't that another way? If you can write a just law or make an agreement between 2 parties, is that not equally just to just beating the hell out of one of them?
Yes, I was taught certain diplomatic ways of handling issues, and that required knowledge of writing and knowledge of you know, the world around me. I spent time studying and writing, and it was never pretty with these giant hands and these tiny fucking quills that you can only buy these tiny little. It's not important. It took me a really long time, and there was no official person keeping history of our order. Our order didn't even have a name. It was just, you know, the monks of the balance, or you know, the way of the balance, or the monks of the fist. It was never official.
The fisting monks who can balance.
It was just this idea that was passed along, and I figured someone had to start writing that down. And so I did. I wrote a very long and very boring history of these nameless monks, and you know, I never got around to publishing it, but I've been working on it, and then I discovered you guys, and I found a new way to explore the balance.
I've taken my hat off, and I'm fully paying attention at this point.
Anyway, I don't really. I didn't complete becoming a monk. I mean, I became a monk. I didn't complete my mastery of the balance.
So you didn't complete your master's degree?
There was a bit of a falling out between me and Oligri, and we don't talk anymore.
I think we'll have to share the news of falling out for another time.
Yeah.
You've given us quite a lot to chew on.
Sorry, it must be all this pipe smoke. I'm getting a
Yeah,
little.
because I'm back
I guarantee
there.
that's not it.
Wizarding.
Well,
Do you have anything you'd like to say, Tenebrae, or
you've asked me why and how and where the boundary is.
yes?
You know, I don't really talk a whole lot about Icar's family.
Answer the question, brood
But-
mother.
We all look over at Kyra like,
You know, Kyra, if you'd like to chime in, you're due for your statement.
I'll go after you because Flickie called last.
Otherwise, watch the cart.
It's still a cart.
the classic badoom drum riff.
The point is that the vast majority of my siblings are only half siblings. The mother that you've met is my father, the Baron's second wife. His first wife, my biological mother, passed away as I was being born.
Ooh.
And so there's not a lot of resentment between me and my other siblings, but it's obvious that there's a difference. It's something that most of them are not old enough to really bother questioning, which has been fortunate. But it means that I have always felt I've always felt different from them, from the rest of the family. And being someone different is a way to process that. I am not a Jhaltero when I'm doing these things, partially because it keeps my family safe, and partially because I know that these are not the things that they would want me to be doing. Everybody's happy. It's a compromise.
Fair enough. Okay, I won't press for more. We're all talking a little bit, and you already talk very little, so I'll take what I can get. Unless you had more to say.
It's interesting that we've been hanging out these many months and just now got some of this out on the table.
Well, Kyra, while I mute and video mute myself, what about you? Wait, we didn't clear this up. Tenebrae, do you have anything else you want to say?
I'm not saying anything else.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. What about you, Kyra? I'm listening, but I'm...
Oh, you were serious about that? Oh, okay. My family is originally from, I believe it's Minkai, on the far side of the world, but I was born here in Kintargo near the border with Nadal. And that's where I grew up with my parents. And everything was nice and good. That thing that I can do, turning into a fox, not all kitsune can do that. I'm one of the special ones that can do that. Others have more minor magical abilities. I've even heard of some that can grow more tails. But I'm very, very good at shape-shifting, and that's it. And I asked Tenebrae about this a while ago, but how many of you are familiar with a Rakshasa?
I believe I know what that is.
No, Knowledge Arcana or Knowledge Planes?
Definitely Knowledge Arcana. I got a plus 17 on that bitch. One sec. Let me see. Knowledge Arcana, yeah, plus 17. Alright, let me see. Oh, nice. 17 plus 7 is 34.
Yeah, you're familiar with Rakshasas. You've heard of them. They are humanoid fiends of a sort that usually have various like animal heads. Like some have tiger heads, some have fox heads, some have bird heads. But they are shapeshifters that have a tendency to like wheel and deal and cause misery wherever they go.
They're evil.
Yes, they are.
A talking skeleton.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Kyra. Yeah.
Sorry.
This is the part where you would say, "Yes, I'm familiar." And then she'd
Yes,
go,
I'm familiar. They are spooky, scary creatures.
So is apparently what I've never met any, but there was through an official coming through the village one day who saw our folks And I'm not entirely sure what his reason was. I don't know if he was wronged or if he just wanted an excuse, but he accused my parents of being Rakshasas and ordered them executed. They were not fighters, my parents, so they told me to run, and so I did. I turned down into a fox and I ran until I reached Kintargo. I lived as a fox in the Devil's Nursery for about 2 years before I met Hedeman, and then he took me into the Rose of Kintargo, and I think you all know the rest from there.
Do you know who those officials were? Do you know who it was?
No, I was 8 at the time, so this was decades ago. Or a decade and a half closer. No, actually, how long ago was it? It's long enough. It's long enough. I found new purpose with Milani and the Rose, so... Hedeman has a similar story about how he was drawn to his faith, but I believe this is the path that was set before me. Personal tragedy that leads to greater salvation.
Damn. Can I ask you one more question? It's pertinent.
Sure, but I may not answer if I don't like it.
No, it's cool. We probably already know the reason. I'm just trying to remember. I remember seeing you around the city very early in our quest. When and why were you told originally to follow us?
Hedeman,
right? Yeah.
He's got it.
That's true. All right, well then, let me ask you guys something. So, I didn't really want to talk about this, but I found something super intriguing in my portrait book. So, obviously, a bunch of it got damaged in, the Night of Ashes and the Dusty Fire and all this shit. But, so it's obviously there. I bring everybody around and, cast light so everyone can, see the book. And, it's, a few of my parents, and then there's a painting of, there's, a portrait of, my dad, and, my mom's pregnant, right? Then, I flip forward, me, I start to grow up in them, yada, 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 throughout time. But then, in the back of the book, and, of course, there's fire damage all throughout. The book pretty fucked up. But in the back of the book, I was in the corner, right? And so I moved, and I opened back the book, and there's a painting of my mom in the same dress she was wearing on the pregnancy day, but so different. And his head and shoulder burned, so there's no way to know who he is. And I just, as soon as I found the book and found that's what I've stressed, wouldn't talk to Tib'resh about. Who is this man? And is my father my real father?
holy shit! I mean,
Dillon was coming through garbly for me for that, but I got most of that.
Flickie,
You got the end result right, though. I'm wondering if my father's really
yeah.
my father, because there's a painting.
Well,
That
these-
was,
And these
It's very Coco.
All I know is that it's a male frame. There's a man in
and
a
these
black
portraits
garb with
are these
a black
portraits
cloak.
always been in this book, or were they? Did you
No,
put
no,
them together
this-
after you
this
put them
one-
together after the fire?
No, my parents put them in the book together, but apparently my mother had a very thin secret compartment in the back for this one specific painting, but it got damaged in the fire, so I can't see the head or kind of the top of who it is. It's just a guy in black vestments with kind of a
That's
black
interesting. I wonder if there's some way to restore the painting back to its original condition.
cloak. I have no such means at this moment. But this is what I've been freaking out about, because we're
Is
going
there a
to we're
signature
gonna go.
on
No, it was all done by one guy. He died in the Night of Ashes. It was a family friend. He was murdered. He recorded our entire lives for 100 years, if not. Well, theirs for more, 200 plus.
I love that he made all these paintings pocket-sized.
Well, no, the book is it's the size of a math textbooks from high school.
So a core rule book.
Yeah. And there's one per page. It's not there's 15 per page or anything.
Wow.
Really, really high quality sketchbook.
So that's kind of what I've been thinking about for a few days. I've been trying to keep faster than ever because I need to find a way to figure this out. Well, for I guess a day because I got this yesterday.
This herb sure does make me feel very honest and open.
Well, I'm glad we all had this talk because now we all know a lot more about each other. And honestly, hell yeah.
Guys, I'm concerned about Tib'resh. Does he actually think that stuff is potent? Because I'm starting to get concerned now.
I look up at Kyra and I just like don't even talk and I just kind of pass out.
Well, it wasn't that sheltered. I mean,
He's lived a sheltered life.
I was 13 and in a gang. I mean, I smoked a little.
I used to snap a lot.
So y'all,
okay?
y'all did just the fighting side of things and not the cartel end of crime.
I mean, yeah, I was mostly
That's
used
fair.
for my strength. I was 13 years old and
6.5 feet tall.
Checks out.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
I don't know. I just feel like you'd have a higher tolerance somehow.
yeah, you'd think that. Well,
Ian's
you get
such
trained out of things. Like spend a week with the lead.
Here, we should keep going instead of talking about wizard weed tolerance.
I actually need to pee more than I've ever had to pee in my life.
In or out of character.
In real life.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then let's take a 5-minute break and we'll come back.
All right,
Okay.
see y'all in a minute.
Maybe skip a bit of the travel.
I was waiting for a good minute to kind of Batman. But then we
Yeah,
got
when we get back from break, it'll be the Batman zoom into the inn.
something like that. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in a few.
Yeah.
So the rest of your day of sharing continues, and a couple of days pass, and as you guys are starting to turn more south along the Ravounel Road as the Ulubalus winds its way narrower and into the actual mountains, you can actually see that you're beginning to actually approach the Menador Gap itself. It's a very, very wide mouth of it, but you can see that the mountains are starting to rise to the left and to the right with a gap in the middle, which is where the road heads. It's fairly obvious even for the entire latter half of yesterday, but as you guys are coming up on the Oak Rib Inn by about noon, you can see it's situated there. Just this little inn right here, a little bit of a side house, some gardens nearby, and then behind it, the massive maw of Menador Gap, leading into
I lean
the
over to
Heartlands.
Sugtok. I lean over to Sugtok and I go, "Hey, ribbed for her pleasure." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you think they do early check-in, or are we gonna have to wait until 2?
I don't know. That's not the answer I was expecting.
Well, we gotta
Probably.
check in before we can find out.
Yeah, this whole place is just an inn. There's only 5 of us, a couple horses, and a cart. I'm sure they got space for a weary band of travelers such as ourselves, this cantankerous motley crew of misfits. Onward!
So long as we have the coin.
Well, we might
Nah,
also
baby,
be
I
able,
got the coin.
we might also be able to get news from Menador while we're here.
News from the door?
Yeah, if this is the way
Or
through
was it about Menador?
about
Oh,
news
okay.
from about anyone.
Yeah, I was like, because I don't want to talk to anyone from
Because
Menador Keep. I was like, that's
hypothetically,
not-
Menador. I mean, it is a pass through the mountains, so.
Okay,
it
I
is
see what you're saying.
really
So they have to
border
stop
kinda
here.
Thing.
But if it's an entire legion of soldiers, why would they stop at one inn? They wouldn't all fit.
Yeah, I don't think they stopped here.
Yeah, so let's just
No, I
let's
mean,
get
it's
our
a pass
food on.
between the mountain. It's like, do any travelers or traders ever pass through Menador at all?
Can I listen around for people in? Are we at the inn?
You're
I'm gonna
approaching.
go
it.
park the cart.
Yeah, I want to go into the inn and see. Kind of
Whoa,
just.
hey, I haven't parked yet. Don't get out of this cart before I park, mister.
Are we pulling up to the inn?
I pull up next to the inn and I kind of do a K turn and I get the angle right.
I've already jumped off the cart. I'm running in for a beer.
Okay.
That is so unsafe.
As you're jumping off, you can see that there's someone weeding the garden in a wide-brimmed straw hat and a similar style of straw sticking out of his tooth that Flickie has been partaking of for the past couple of days, and the aesthetic he's been trying to cultivate for this road trip. He just kind of looks up at you and just kind of chews the straw over to the other side of his mouth.
I do the same thing.
Shakes his head and kind of just goes back to working his hoe.
I walk
Which is
over
the
to-
actual gardening
coming?
implement.
I'm
I
gonna
walk
yell
o-
at the guy.
No, don't, please. God, please don't. Just let me talk to the guy before you. Just once. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I go and talk to this man. You know what? You're right, Garrett. You got it. Go for it.
I'm good. I mean,
Okay, who's
Okay, all right. I talk to this man. I ask him about any goings on about the movement of troops or anything of note passing through the inn stop recently.
Yeah, there was a host of them came through here, almost a week ago. They just moved right on by. Good, it's good. We can't afford that many soldiers, especially not right now.
Fair enough. The man brings up a good point. Sugtok, what do oh wait, he's eating. Tib'resh, what do you see around town?
I think
'Cause
somebody
this
just
isn't a whole
scored
town,
again.
right?
No, it's just a roadside inn.
Yeah. Okay. So shit. What do we want to just like eat and rest? Like what do we? This guy was just kind of like, yeah, soldiers came through. I don't think we're gonna learn anything of note here.
I think eating and resting is more than sufficient.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But
And-
it is an inn, I'm sure there are, people hanging about.
Yeah,
Well-
you guys are not the only people here. There's a couple of other people staying.
Is this like a
here.
Motel 6 type deal, like side of the highway, like 10?
Oh,
like,
hold
a
on a
few
second. Well,
rooms
how
kind
about
of
this?
shit?
While you're outside talking with the groundskeeper, as Sugtok goes in, he comes in, and the Oak Rib Inn itself is a 2-story affair. But as he comes in the front door, immediately off to Sugtok's left, there appears to be the dining common room where there's about 4 or 5 tables with chairs around them. There's the bar with stools at the bar. There's a stage off there, so they have performances as well. And they also apparently have a top floor, because you know the thing when you go into a 2-story bar or restaurant and they've got, like, it's open in the middle, but there's another floor with seats so you can look down into the lower level of the dining area.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a
Nice.
there's a sizable hearth behind the bar, and stairs going up to what you can only assume to be rooms or elsewhere here in the inn. But Sugtok comes straight in and gets a drink and sits down. He has his pick of the places to sit, but Garrett is currently, mouth busy right now.
So what do I see for seating?
Presently, right now, there's only about 3 people sitting down, and by their attire, 2 of them are employees.
I'm gonna sit behind the one that's not an employee.
Okay, this one appears to be. He's dressed in the manner of like either a simple farmer or merchant. He's got good traveling clothes with a couple with like a sack slung around him. He might be a merchant, he might be a farmer, but that's all you're getting just from a look.
Good enough. I'm just gonna sit and drink my beer.
All right, it is actually quite good for a roadside inn. This actually matches some of the higher end taverns in Kintargo.
Solid brew.
Dude, I talked to the boys, and I'm like, all right, let's go inside the inn, I guess, right? And we fucking
And
freak open the inn.
And they are willing to stable Deuce and Big Sebastian.
Nice, excellent. So
You
like
open-
feed and all that jazz.
Yep.
We open the doors to the inn, and inside are 50 Hell Knights.
Nope.
And 2 of those coelacanths or whatever they're called. Whatever.
What do you try? Describe it to me.
The boss lady of the Hell Knights.
The Paralictors?
Paralictor, there we go.
Coelacanth? How did you get coelacanth from Paralictor?
I don't know, it's a fish.
Yeah. How did you get that from woman in plate mail?
It's a strong fish.
Now, to be fair,
I thought you were talking about a couple of chitons.
I noticed the stage in the building, and I noticed Sugtok sitting down drinking a beer, and I nudge him, and I'm like, dude, what if we all bought beers and you performed tonight? We're only here for a night. Why not fucking kick it back?
Nah. Just feel like drinking.
What? Well, then fucking let's kick back that way. And I fucking grab some brews for the dudes, for the brew dude crew.
get the brew. We can be the brew boys.
So we sit. So we're in like the seating is like rows of seats or tables or like what's the
Round tables with about 4 chairs each, and there's about 5 of the tables are all just basically doing picture of the kitchen table at Mom's place.
Okay, so we pull a table so all 5 of us can sit together and we just hang out drinking beer, huh?
Yeah, Ron, we have to pull an extra chair to kind of squeeze it around. The tables are like ideally sized for 4 people, but there's 5 of you, and 2 of you are quite large.
Okay.
Tim, if you're talking, you're muted.
I was doing the King of the Hill theme song.
Oh, okay.
Down, dig it 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 down, down.
So, and you said there aren't that many people in here? It's pretty...
No. There's the bartender and
Maybe merchant, maybe farmer.
Yeah,
2 employees, bartender.
Yeah. There's the bartender, and joining you, sitting down, there's 2 people dressed like employees, and 1 person who's the maybe merchant, maybe farmer that Garrett is sitting near.
Well, since we're cutting up and cracking brews, I mean, I might as well talk to the other people there, right?
Okay.
So I'll talk to the guy that doesn't look like an employee, and I'll ask him what his deal is and why he's at the Oak Ridge Inn.
Tib'resh is going to go arrange lodgings for the evening.
Okay. Well, the person that Flickie is talking to, I own a farm a few, about maybe a day and a half west of here. I grow some of the vegetables and deliver them here to the Oak Rib, so that, for cooking and meals and stuff. And then I stay here overnight because it's nice, and I get a nice discount for providing the produce for them.
Seems nice. Seems lucrative.
Yeah, and Moradi runs a nice place here. Just don't run afoul of the Hammer. He's not a very, very friendly folk.
Who's the Hammer?
Oh, that'd be Val. He's one of the bouncers around here. He's got some security.
Is he a good dude?
He's a great guy. He's just not much one for people skills.
Where could me and my associates here find the Hammer?
If you started a fight, he'd probably come break it up, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Hey, Sugtok. I get the vibe. You're trying to throw some scrappies.
No.
I mean, why?
Because we have to start a fight to find the Hammer.
Yeah, but why do we need to find the Hammer?
Because why would he be called the Hammer if he wasn't super interesting?
Because he's a bouncer. Flickie, you don't get out much, do you?
It's not like he's only summoned by fighting. Like, you can find the man.
Well,
you must perform a sacred fist fight.
All right.
One of the 2 people sitting down says, "Could you please not?"
Can I backhand that person?
We just finished cleaning.
I want to backhand that person.
Are you going
What?
to?
No.
I'm just gonna pimp slap this person for
For
telling me to keep it down. I'm trying to sit here and relax and enjoy my beer, and they're talking shit.
No, this is...
Getting slapped.
This is not okay.
Tib'resh,
I look at Garrett and I lock eye, or Sugtok, and I lock eye him and I nod my head and I stand up.
This isn't for you, and I'm gonna slap Flickie too.
Everybody's
getting slapped.
Can I please react in time to this?
make me a reflex save.
You guys want to start a fight?
Can I try to reflex save this?
We're fine.
Oh no.
It's cool. I actually had napkins padded into the entire bottom of it to save all mess.
Nice.
I
Hey,
rolled
So literally nothing happened except for noise.
Dylan, what are you trying to do?
Because I'm
trying to dodge the slap. I rolled a 19 on a reflex save.
Oh, he's not slapping you. He's slapping the guy.
No, he slapped
I
me.
was
too.
also slapping him. If he
Oh.
was,
I am trying to prevent the original slap, but it was an 11, which is a bummer.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you see it coming, but unfortunately you're on the other side of the table, and you hesitate just long enough because you know you could stop it, but only by causing a bigger ruckus, and that brief moment of hesitation lets Sugtok turn around and make me an attack roll, please. Oh, no.
so D20. What's strength?
We literally could have just
Yes!
walked around.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're doing that, but you're in a seated position drinking beer and trying to turn around, and as you turn around, unfortunately, you torque yourself so much that you put too much weight on the back leg of the chair, and it snaps, and you fall like ass over tea kettle to the floor.
Can I make a save to see if I don't spill my beer?
Yes.
That's fair.
Make
I
me
like
a
that. That's
dexterity
good idea.
save.
Like those videos of all those dudes falling in lakes but keeping their beer.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to save my beer. I don't have dexterity as a macro. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you're busy rolling, you do this thing where it's like you take the keg, but you can identify that your hand's about to go down, so you basically set it on the ball of your foot, and as it comes down, you catch it with your other hand.
I want to grab it, take a swig, look up at the guy I tried to slap, and say, "Fuck you, man."
And I go, damn, dude.
And just shook like Jack Sparrow. Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
That exactly.
Wow, that was a great 2.5 seconds that I saw in slow-mo because of my monk abilities. What the fuck, you guys? Let's not.
I'm still sitting there because I didn't get slapped, and I'm like, Jesus, bro, are you okay? I reached out my hand to help him get up.
Icar is just going to continue nursing his beer.
I'm going to take his hand, stand up, slap the table, and say, "Barkeep, another."
Pretty good.
Oh, okay. As you're doing this, the two goes like, "Come on, Ann, let's go somewhere else. This is getting a bit rowdy for us."
We drove out the regulars.
Pussies.
No,
I'm sorry for my friends.
These two actually go back behind the counter and through a door that you would assume, based on the layout, leads to the kitchen.
I asked Tenebrae if he'd like to accompany me to the bar to ask about if the hammer is important or if he's just part of the narrative of the
I
town.
still need to ask.
It's
if we
not
can
a
stay.
town.
Oops.
The narrative
It's just
of
an
the inn.
inn.
What's that save for?
I didn't mean to. I accidentally hit the space bar. Tib'resh is still going to see if we can stay here.
Okay, you
In
go.
spite of the disturbance.
Okay, so you go up to the bar while an elderly, sort of like barrel-chested, plump man who's got hair thinning back to like about here is busy pouring Sugtok another drink and sliding it to him as you come over. Yes, yes. Heather, how can I help you?
Hey, me and my friends would like some lodging for the night.
You've
are
come to
you
the right
guys-
place.
Yeah, you got some vacancy? We're happy to pick up some rooms.
We've got plenty of vacancy, and I'm happy to have your custom. My name is Oradi Olmoror, and this is my inn.
All right. Okay.
Luke will help you out in the chat.
Tib'resh, did you say O'Reilly's?
No, I mispronounced his name. I'm sorry. Well, yes. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Let me get. Sorry. How are your rooms set up? You know, are we like gonna have to pile up in one, or you got plenty of rooms?
If you want to pile up in one, I won't stop you, but I do have plenty of rooms that are available with single beds. There are a few with double beds, but...
All right.
Well, you sold me already.
I see what you did there.
I'm sure you get that a lot.
Less so recently, but it's nice to have the little tete-a-tete back and forth.
Yeah, have things been going okay at the inn? I mean, you know, has it been busy, or have you seen a lot of people passing through town? Town, outside.
Less so since the reclamation started, because then they started, keeping a tighter rein on who was able to go through the gap, and mainly now it's just businessmen and military types.
Can I approach the counter while they're talking?
Sure.
I walk up and I have a question for the barkeep.
I have an answer.
Let me ask first, Tim, outside the game, did you have anything else you wanted to ask him about? I don't mean to cut you off if you
Other
have.
than paying for the rooms, I was just trying to get some gossip out of him if anything weird has happened recently. Other than it seems like mostly military kind of dudes passing through. So
Just that the martial law bit is making it for a bit of a dry spell for tourists.
How often are these military folk coming through?
There was a big group
weekly?
a week ago. There was a big group, but actually a little bit longer than a week now that I think about it. Other than that, just occasionally. I wouldn't say military, like obvious military types, but I wouldn't say anything in any great force. No.
Okay.
So, what I was going to ask him was, first of all, how long would it be with 2 horses and a cart from here to Menador Keep?
You're heading into the gap. Okay.
Hypothetically, yes.
As the crow flies, it's a relatively short time, but since you're starting to go up the mountain pass roads and the ledges, you gotta take your footing carefully and seriously. So at a decent, safe pace, probably another 3 days until you get to the keep.
If someone didn't want to run into a platoon of soldiers on the way, hypothetically, what would be a good day to head that way?
No, they don't exactly do anything irregular. They've got the garrison is stationed there. Apparently they've recently been able to provide their own food. Not sure how that works.
That doesn't sound good. Okay. Well, I appreciate your input.
Thank you. But as for rooms for the night, how many of you are there?
5.
Okay.
well, 4 and a small animal.
What? She's here in human form.
She is.
Oh.
She looks at you like, you motherfucker. You racist.
Well, I'm just saying we could make it an even 4 if needed.
Well, I've got plenty of rooms. It'll be a gold for the single rooms and gold and 5 silver for a double.
Doubling up with Tib'resh.
We'll take the doubles.
I'll take my own for the night, unless
anyone
Kyra
can
wants
pay
to
their
fox
own,
up to my
really.
leg, and I'll put a gold on the table.
Kyra walks up and puts a gold on the table as well.
Are the beds nicer in the
girl.
double rooms?
I'd like to think that all of our beds are of the same high quality throughout all of the rooms that we offer.
Cool, because I just wanted to talk about life and girls
this
and
one
stuff.
is a named inn on this road, so it's got to be the best around, right?
Well,
the
I strive to make it the best experience anybody could be having. Either Heartland's folks looking for a taste of what Ravounel has to offer them, or the other way around. Got a little bit of everything here.
Well, thank you very much.
Like for context, this is like one of those like inns on like historic Route 66 where you get like those kitschy little like landmark maps.
All right, so real quick before we
right then, and all I got was this shitty keychain.
I shaved my balls for this, but before we all bust off into our separate rooms or whatever, should we hold like a little team meeting about what we should do? Like we should kind of just bust balls for the keep after tomorrow because there are no more stops on our road.
We're
other
traveling.
than that,
we
right?
resupply in the morning and head out. Or
Well,
resupply.
last gas station for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to allot for my morning shit, but other than that, we can get out of here at fucking sunrise if we need to. Yeah, game. I put my hand in, and I'm not gonna teleport everyone because you're not willing. I just put my hand in for like a game type thing.
I'm glad you specified that.
Yeah.
Teleport us, so I'll put my hand.
That sounds good.
All right, so me and Tib'resh have our hands in. What about you guys? Yeah.
Icar will put his
Alright.
hand in.
All right, everyone. Yeah, all right. And then we say epic games, and Me and Tib'resh go to our room.
I make a loud bird call.
It is
Like,
answered.
I'm
It is
annoyed.
answered by a hawk.
I give him a nod.
I appreciate you wanting to share a room. It saves us a little bit of coin.
Of course, frugality. I'm an elf.
I
Excuse
was
me.
always taught to spend as little as possible.
Yeah, I was always thought to spend as little as possible.
We never clarify double room, double bed, or single
Yeah,
bed,
yeah.
double size.
It was 1 room, 1 bed, double room, 2 bed.
Correct.
Because it could just be double room, king size bed.
I mean, he's
what I was thinking.
he's a big boy. He'll take it up.
We're not-
I can rest
We're not
upon
gonna
his
push any
laurels.
beds together.
Yeah, no, we've been fighting where the beds
super
are.
bunk.
But so all right, so if no one has anything else, can we? I guess we could call the sleep. Yeah.
Are you gonna talk to me about girls?
I was kidding. I mean, unless you want to.
I mean, you can. I'm not particularly interested in anyone.
We're both laying there, and Tib'resh is like, Flickie, are you awake?
Do you want to talk about girls? No. Okay,
No.
cool. Me either.
Yeah, no, that's what a crazy thought, right? Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna.
So
cast
anyway,
sleep on
nipples are
myself.
cool.
I'm gonna cast sleep on myself, so I get a solid 8.
Okay. Roger, you've been notably quiet for all this. What's your room situation look like?
Icar will get a room for himself. How
All right.
much was it? 5 silver?
One gold for a single room. A double room is a gold and a silver, and 5 silver.
Okay, yeah, he'll just get a room by himself for a gold.
Okay.
I also can I sleep on like me and Tib'resh through a sleep bubble, so we both get a solid 8.
If you want to, and these are actually like nice down pillows, actually like freshly
That's what I'm
fluffed
saying.
and cleaned mattresses. Like,
Yeah.
this is a nice sleep. And considering that you guys have been on the road for a couple of weeks now, this is like, oh,
Yeah, so I gave me and Tib'resh like the best night's sleep we've had in weeks.
It's yeah, that's certainly the longest I've slept in quite some time.
The longest I've slept.
Oh, yeah.
as opposed to the rest of us who would say that it's the longest they've slept.
Yeah, I said it right. It's fine. Tib'resh was tired, you know?
All right. But you guys wake up the following morning, and throughout the entire inn, there is the sweet aroma of what can only be described as molasses and bacon.
I go sprinting down the steps towards the bathroom.
Okay.
I get a double plate.
Tib'resh casually walks down the steps.
Yes,
to-
they have a continental breakfast here.
I simply go, "Oh, sick!" as I'm running towards the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's primarily bacon, sausage, some toasted bread, and
I want to go up to the
various
innkeeper
juices.
and
Yes.
say, where was this bacon sourced from? Innkeep.
White Rock's a little far away, but they have some of the best for this, and I source it from White Rock.
Are they cute little piggies or are they boars?
I get them from the pig farmers.
Fantastic. Say less, and I grab a big plate.
Oh,
If they're cute and pink, I'm gonna numb up.
A giant poof of pink smoke, kind of like in like the Hercules style, kind of comes out of the back door. And I walk out like, "Oh my god!" And I slam the door behind me, and I walk out to get some food.
it's like, oh my god, plumbing! I've forgotten.
I load up on carbs because I know it's going to be a long 3 days, and we're not going to get to eat bacon. I bring out my flavor spices, my wizard flavor spices, and I was like, ha ha ha! And I sprinkle some on everyone's food, and it's like the most delicious spice from home you've ever had, Mr. Frodo.
It's like me when I make orc bacon.
That shit is so good, dude.
Yes, it
Pretty
is.
fucked up.
It's sticky,
given
but
our
it's good.
company.
Oh yeah.
No, it's yeah.
No, I mean
Pretty
it's
shitty thing to say.
it's an actual thing that I, Luke, have made in real life.
Oh, okay.
It's like a spicy, sticky, delicious bacon treat. It's so good.
It's basically
Oh, it's just like bacon as
it's
prepared by
basically like candied bacon, except it also includes pepper and orange juice.
Solid.
All right, I spice up everyone's food. I wolf my shit down because it's become my job to get the horses ready, and I'm cool with that because me and Big Seb really connect.
Yeah, and
So
also,
I go
and also
out and
because
I
somebody,
untack the
and also because
horses.
somebody pissed off the horses while using Speak with Animals.
Hey, man, we don't talk
Not,
about that.
not.
I know
you.
it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me, but we don't have to talk about it. They're cool.
They're fine. They liked it.
I back the cart out into the street. I like to imagine we've got like an early morning rain going on. And
There's a gentle fog coming down because you are at the base of mountains now. You have entered
Okay.
mountainous terrain.
all right, and then I wait for everyone after I've wolfed my food and I've said thank you to the innkeep and I park the cart.
All right. And while you're all busy snacking, Olradi comes out. He's having breakfast as well, and he sees you packing up, getting ready to go. And says, "Off already, are you?"
No, yeah, I've got somewhere to be. Somewhere
Yeah.
pretty important.
All right, well, heading off that way. Have some fun, and don't worry. Even with this fog, it's not going to get too cold or anything. The path through the actual path through the gap doesn't go anywhere near above the tree line. You'll be fine.
No, it's fine. Even if we were to get cold, I snap my fingers and a little spark of flame erupts from them. I say, we'll probably be fine.
It's always good to see the magical folk are still having good business around.
Hey, man, without us, what would happen?
Well, life would certainly be a lot more boring. I'll say that.
Ah, very true. All of my friends love me a lot.
Fucking Roger's phone, man. It's just timing. Anyway,
I put on my big wizard hat. I've constructed a wooden piece that sticks off in front of where the reins are, where I can kick my feet up, so I can keep my kicked back like straw hat wizard like persona going for these last couple days.
all right. And you also notice that Kyra has been loading up on pretty much nothing but bacon, and sausage.
That makes sense. She's a fox.
Well,
Kinda.
we've had nothing but fruit in the last few days.
Few weeks. Oh, no days. It has been days.
Yeah,
We got-
you
we
guys
got
had
some kibble.
had rations before the Combrink crowd.
It's filling fruit.
It is of odd flavors. Some of them.
All right. So,
Looks like banana, tastes like durian.
Excedrin, or whatever your name is. You've been a fantastic host, and once my friends are done indulging on your glorious, glorious country buffet or whatever the fuck that continental breakfast, we'll be going east to southeast, and I believe that many of our nation's issues will be, I wouldn't say solved, but more so on the right track than they have been.
Oh,
Nothing to no one about this group of people coming here, and just wait for the good tidings.
all right. I'll do my best. Safe travels.
Thank you, Mucinex. I hope we see you on our way back through town.
I'd be more than happy to host you again should you find yourself coming through this way. So,
Absolutely Tylenol. Hopefully I see my boys finishing up their food soon.
yeah, it only takes about an hour or so for everyone to get stuffed on this breakfast.
And I assume it took me like 30 or 40 minutes to like untack and feed and get the horses ready and shit. So it
Something
wouldn't be
around
too
that.
long of a disconnect.
Yeah, so you guys should be on the road by about 9:30, 10, somewhere in that time frame.
Oh, old Roddy, that's his fucking name. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were just doing a bit because
No, I couldn't remember his name, so I was like, I'll just do different medicines.
It's kohlrabi, like the vegetable.
Oh no.
it's Robbie Coltrane.
What the fuck is a Sharknado? So what are we doing? What's the dealio?
Well, you guys are continuing heading into the Menador
Towards
Gap.
Menador.
All right.
Let's get to this keep. Let's fucking get in there tonight, boys.
All right. Well, as opposed to the Ravounel Road, which has pretty much ended at this point, and now you've entered the Menador Gap, whereas the Ravounel Road was mostly a dirt road that had been well traveled, padded down, this is like mountainous, rocky pathways as you start heading like higher and higher elevations, to the point where there are actually some sheer drops in places that only start out maybe like 2 or 3, just like straight down. But you can actually see the path ahead of you, that it's going to get a bit more treacherous as you go on. But as you guys are probably getting around 2 o'clock on the first day, who's doing what on the cart?
I am smoking my wizard stuff and chilling.
Okay. Whoever is not like asleep on the cart, I need perception checks.
God damn it. I knew you were going to give us a fucking encounter.
Tib'resh will be awake and writing.
What is that? 19.
Assuming I'm driving.
6. 25.
You and your fucking perception checks, monk boy.
We all got like 25 or 26.
Okay. Well, as you are going around, it's not that difficult to see, because not only are the shapes you notice very obvious and articulated, so are their shadows. As you see 3 shapes coming towards you, wings flapping, large thick tails coming out behind them. And as they get closer to you, you can kind of see that these wings are not feathered. They are more reptilian.
Oh boy.
Does it look like more of those drakes we fought?
I apologize for the relative greenery of this map, but it's the best thing that I could find. But there are still trees around here. But
This is really open
As
space
Tiny
field
Tina
kind
would
of stuff.
say.
okay, but you guys are here on the you guys are here on the road on the cart.
I'm driving, so I should be in front.
Well, I've just put you guys on the map, so adjust yourselves as necessary.
Okay. You're good.
I was driving cart,
Well, I can't.
so I assume I'll be near front.
Lovely.
Sorry. Oop.
Yeah, because let's see. You guys eating breakfast. I pulled it out. I was driving, so you guys came in. So someone's sitting up front with me. I assume it's Sugtok, and then the other 3 would be in the back.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, that just seems like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Show us the money.
All right. Well, you guys pretty much all noticed them, so there's not exactly going to be surprise here. But as these 3, and as they get closer, draconic shapes are approaching you. You can try to identify.
I will try to identify.
Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana. Nice. That's my fucking
Flickie,
shit.
what the heck is that?
18 plus 17 is 35.
Based on their size and the environment, you would assume that even before their coloration becomes obvious, that these are probably flame drakes.
Guys, I had news. First of all, we should get out of the cart. right now. Out of the cart right now. I will explain as we all get out of the cart.
Yeah, because you know that they have a breath weapon that's kind of instead of being like a flamethrower, it's kind of a ball that explodes like a fireball.
Yeah. Imagine a Drake that can shoot fireballs. We have to get out of our wooden cart with our horses attached to it right now.
Yeah, I want to be running away from the cart screaming, "Come at me, bitches!"
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Just trying to draw aggro.
Let me,
Wait, where are the drakes?
Do we,
I don't
like-
fucking see them.
I also don't know technically where the cart is.
yeah, so much of that theory.
Maybe we can draw it. One
Yeah,
sec.
allow me. Or that.
Did I? Yeah. Oh, cool. It's stuck. Hey, perfect. There we go. So yeah, I have effectively bailed off the cart, and I see Sugtok has as well.
I'm trying to run.
However, though, I'm going to
towards
be
wherever the
more
drakes are.
so back. I'm trying to stay mid. Hey, I have a question, Luke. If I touch something, can I teleport it somewhere without me going too?
Willing.
Willing.
Oh, it has to be willing.
And it
What if I charm something?
It comes with you also, so you can't.
So I could bring it with me somewhere, and then I could bail.
Yes, but remember, it's two casting. You have 2 5th level slots. I know you prepared teleport.
No, I'm not gonna do anything with it in this fight. I'm just thinking about in general later on, particular.
Okay.
Because I get the feeling that could be fucking super.
I am having trouble finding my horse icon. So ignore the fact that it's technically a wolf.
Is that our horse?
These are going to be the horses.
Oh, you're moving them. I was like, how did they get up there?
Those are the horses.
Where are the drakes coming from? Just down the road?
They're
still
from above.
From above. They are in. That's the wrong thing. They are in this direction.
And those trees, this is all just fields?
Yeah. Assume generally that the incline is going up as you get further to the right on this page.
Makes sense. Okay.
But basically only enough to, like, if you drop a ball, it's going to roll to the left downhill, but it shouldn't really affect you guys that much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to... I wanted to get as far
And you
as
said there were
as
3 of them, Luke?
I did.
Okay.
All right, now, as soon as everyone does their initial jumping out of the cart thing, I'm going to start up initiative, and then we're going to be on movement. So this is... Dillon, as far as jumping out of the cart, you're only going to be able to move your 30 feet. So let's say that you can only get about here. This square right here.
I put my token there. I got you.
Okay. All right.
And my initiative... Oh, fuck. All right, boys. I'm not for a while. But no one would know that, so I didn't say that.
Hold on a second, guys. Don't do that yet. I got to add you to the actual track first.
I'm just posting it so I don't forget.
Okay. Add yourselves as you will. And Flickie, you are aware that as drakes, they have a tendency that they can act a bit quicker than other beasts. A couple of times a day, they got a basically little adrenaline bursts that they can do. And flame drakes are immune to fire, obviously, and have a tendency not to like the cold very much. Okay. Now, based on the time away, and they've definitely noticed you, they have sped up towards you. So you guys have, you would say, 2 turns to position yourselves.
Man, I literally thought I wasn't muted, so I totally had something to say. Whatever. Yeah, okay, so 2 turns? Fuck. All right.
You guys have 2 turns to position yourselves, and for the sake of it, this greenery on the map are bushes, not trees.
Okay. So this is like a mountainous path with some bushes around.
Yes.
All right. All right, Sugtok.
Yeah, we know the drakes are coming from kind of upright.
How about this? For the sake of seeing where they're coming from, I'll reveal them on the map for you guys.
Well, I mean, should you, or are they supposed to be hidden?
Well, they're flying towards you. You can see them.
Yeah, I guess we can see them. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Are they doing like a diving motion, like they're like rocketing towards us, or are they just kind of flying?
They are flapping in your general direction. That is the extent of your knowledge.
Okay.
25. So actually, my turn order's in the way. It's from me.
And for the record, this is just showing you
40
what
feet
direction
right
they're
there.
coming from. That is not where they are, so do not use that for range finding or tactics planning.
5,
Oh, jeez.
so 10 would be 30 feet to him. 30 feet. Okay, so I want to move to right there. And I'm going to cast haste on everybody.
Okay.
So extra
How long-
30 feet of move.
How long
Um,
does that last?
Let me pull that up. It should be this fight.
9
unless
rounds.
this-
That'll be
goes
9
on.
rounds.
Okay. Can we throw a... I guess... Yeah, nice. That's all I got.
Okay. That's your haste. Tenebrae.
Are there significant trees or shrubbery that would provide enough cover to make a hide check
Hype check?
or a stealth check?
If you want to lay prone behind bushes, you can go hide, or you can try to make your way around some of these boulders that are dotting the landscape.
Okay, but they're pretty high up in the air. If
Yeah.
I understand.
The closest thing that you could find that would be hide worthy is this jutting chunk of mountain right here.
Okay, then we're gonna pull out the short bow, and we're gonna ready an action to take a shot at any rake that gets close enough to be within the first or second range increment.
Okay. Flickie, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move. Fuck. How do I? Let's see. 5 or 10. Diagonal is still 5 feet, right?
Diagonal is 5 for the first one, 10 for the second, 5 for the third, 10 for the fourth, and so on and so forth.
All right, so 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. I'm just going to find you a little thing for that.
And that lasts until I attack, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or cast attack, cast a spell. Basically anything like fight-related action.
Okay. But I can move and still be invisible?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Kyra is going to 5, 15, 20. She's going to move over here and get her and unlimber her crossbow. The drakes approach. Tib'resh.
Alright. Oops. Wrong thing. Tib'resh is going to move. They're still off screen. But they can definitely see me because I'm a big boy.
You're You're wearing yellow and cream-colored robes in the green.
Right. I think I'm going to move here, and I'm going to prepare to leap at any flame drake that flies below 15 feet.
Got it. Okay. Sugtok. Okay, this is your second round. You have this turn before the drakes actually enter the map. And Garrett, you're muted.
So they aren't close enough to hit with the bow that I have right now?
Correct. They have not entered the map
Okay.
yet. They are just there to show you what direction they're coming from.
Alright. I got 60 feet, so I'm gonna go to right there. Fuck. Hold on. 60. Alright. Knight's place away from Tib'resh. I moved it there. And actually, hold on. I need to go back because I need to go bore. I was on the rock. I'm actually going to go back to here. I'm going to bore up and start a raging song as
Okay.
move actions standard.
Oh, so loud, it's going to draw the drakes right to you. This works with exactly... Am I allowed to prepare a spell without becoming invisible? Or without becoming visible again? Like, I can hold it in my hands, and then once they come out, like, it casts, and then I become visible again?
I believe so.
Like, am I allowed to do a hold action?
Yeah, you can hold a charged spell, but you just got to make sure
Okay.
that.
I was just curious. Because
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Well, it's because I don't want to be visible until after I cast the
The
spell.
thing is, once you start holding a spell, you have the charge ready, and you can either let it go and cast the spell, or let the charge fizzle and lose the spell. So once you start holding a spell, you're committed to that spell being the next thing you do.
That's fine as long as I'm invisible.
Yeah, because you've already spent the energy to become invisible. It's not like you have to. It's not like you have to concentrate to stay invisible.
Okay, I was just curious. Let's go.
Okay. Anyway, so that's Shuktok's turn. Haste trickles down to 8. Alright, Tenebrae
My
is...
temp health.
Yeah.
It's plus what?
Your Raging Song increased, right? So now it's 2 points for every level you have?
Nice, so plus 18 total health points.
Yeah, anybody accepting the Raging Song gets 18 temporary hit points.
And then plus 2 to attack and damage.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Must be noisy.
I imagine Tenebrae is remaining where he is. Still holding the action.
Yes, that is correct.
And I imagine Flickie is staying invisible, charging whatever spell he's doing.
How much noise is Sugtok making?
Sugtok is being shook. How about this?
As much as humanly fucking possible.
All right, so I ready Ice Wall, but in dome form, waiting to capture one of the Flame Wyverns. Because now it's 9 inches thick, and it has, what is it? Fucking like, it's like 60 health or some shit per square. Either way, I ready the ice dome. And I'll look up the stats.
So you're trying to catch them in a dome.
I'm trying to catch at least one because it's 1 sec. Let me find the app real quick because now that I'm level 9.
Wait, you can make anything empowered with electricity now. So could you feasibly make a Thunderdome? Not for this particular instance.
But they're weak to
just
cold. They're
hypothetically.
weak to cold, so ice would probably be the move.
Also, he has to, if he's using metamagic for that, he has to prepare it
Higher
with the
spell slot.
metamagic.
And I've already prepared a different thing with metamagic.
Well, you can prepare as many things with metamagic as you want, as long as you have the space for them. Like if you wanted to use all your 4th level slots to use metamagic on your fireballs, for instance, you could.
So if you form the hemisphere on top of the Drake, it would then immediately start falling.
No. The wall has to be anchored on the ground in some way, whether it's wall or dome form. He's waiting for it to land, and then he's going to snap it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So
Now,
90.
as far as your holding of the spell, what are you holding it for? Are you holding it for the first?
As soon as one of them gets in range, my plan is to drop the dome because it is 12 feet across now, and it is like 10 feet high, so I can trap one, maybe two if I'm lucky.
So you're waiting
and
for
it'll last.
So you're waiting for one of them to land because you cannot conjure the dome in the air and have it fall.
No. I know. I'm waiting for one of them to land. That's why I'm invisible. I'm waiting for them to attack, probably Sugtok, and then I'm going to ice dome them.
Okay. So what's the...
And if they melt the wall with fire, it creates a steamy fog for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But it has the health is what's the health per foot? Scuba 3 hit points per. So every square foot of the wall has 27 hit points right now.
Got it. All right, so you're holding wall of ice. Got it. All right, Kyra.
I'm holding wall of ice dome form.
All right. Kyra,
like an anime move style. Dome form
is moving right here into the bushes behind this outcropping of the wall, and she is preparing to shoot the first one that comes into her field of vision past the spine of this jutting part right here. All right. Now they enter range, and now I'm going to arrange them as they show up at the end of their movement. And once again, the blue icon with the number shows how many squares they are above ground.
So when I saw the ice dome, it'll come out from the edges of the circle and meet up at the top. Is what's happening? It'll be like. Okay, cool. Can I make it look cool, like clamping teeth or something?
If you want to, like a big icy bear trap.
Sick. Yeah, but more secure. But I just want it to look cool, like a shark bite or something.
All right, Tib'resh, you've got some dragons bearing down on you.
I'm a wizard. Cut me some slack. Good thing he can punch 1 billion times. Have you argeted your fucking shit?
No, that's a swift action. I can do that in a pinch. I'm trying to figure out how not to get a face full of fire.
Sounds like a Tom Hanks movie.
I get the chance to attack because I don't know how far those fireballs go. Shoot. How tall is this rock in front of me?
That rock looks like it probably ends at about 5.5 feet up.
So you're your head and your chest. You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, pretty much. pretty much. You're an entire head taller than this rock, and then a little more. Pretty much, right at the base of your, right at the top of your rib cage is where the.
You got a nice clavicle, kid.
Okay. You know what? I am going to crouch behind the rock.
I can't see them. They can't see me. That's because you're facing the rock.
Not in terms of hiding, but just, should this guy choose to stay in the air and shoot a fireball as he crosses, I don't want to fucking deal with that.
Do I know enough about dragons to know if they're fall this radius is spell fireball?
I figured it was like a flame cone.
Are you holding an action to do a squat?
Flickie, if you had to compare their breath weapon to something, you would say it's a fireball at caster level 5.
Oh. I wish Tib'resh, get down. The eyes of Isengard approach.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, if I do hear that kind of warning, I might back up a little bit. Tib'resh is going to run over here.
Later.
However, I do need something. I do have my one ranged thing is some fucking javelins.
This'll help.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do until we can get these guys in a proper range for me. But I can run super far, so don't even worry. Tib'resh is going to ready a javelin for any drake that flies within what is that?
If one
Incremental range, like 10 feet.
if one lands within 190 feet of me, I can dome it.
30 is the range on that. Okay, so yeah, any flame drake that comes within 30, he's gonna throw a javelin. I feel great about this. Aerial enemies.
All right. All right.
Well, I'll get them grounded.
Round
It's
3.
not the first time we fought them.
I don't have the air advantage. I can't
So-
jump anywhere.
I took Swift Foot as my rage power, so now I can move.
Who is opening a candy wrapper?
Sorry, that is really loud through this thing, apparently.
Yes, it is.
But because of because of Swift Foot and haste, I can move 70 feet. So I'm gonna run right up on him.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Go on, kill me. I'm here.
Let's do. I think it was a chest away from them. And I am raging so hard, just like, come and fucking get me. I've got my falchion in one hand and I'm bashing on my buckler.
Okay. Haste ticks down.
Who be crunching though?
I'm on mute.
Your video is muted, not your audio.
Anyway, speaking of Roger speaking, it's Roger's turn.
So I guess we're gonna try to get a little bit closer to the action. So we're gonna double move to here.
Okay.
How do I check? What's the measurement tools?
It's the ruler.
Yeah, that tracks. So wherever these drakes land, if one of them lands, I can fucking dome them because it's 190 feet from me.
Yeah, you've got line of sight for basically this entire map for that range.
Yeah, I'm a dome these motherfucking wyverns. All right, let's do this, baby.
They are drakes. There is a difference.
Oh, true.
Okay. Flickie is continuing to hold his turn, correct?
Yes, I am.
Kyra is continuing to hold her shot, which she's probably going to get to use because it's the Flame Drake's turn. So,
AC is -2 right now, actually, because of the rage. So I'm 21.
there's your speed. Looks about right.
Oh no, dude.
Okay, so before I do anything, Flame Drake 1 was the first one that came into Kyra's sight, so that's the one she's going to shoot at. So she is going to try out her deadly aim. This is not going to go well for her. Okay, or I'm wrong. So that hits Flame Drake 1. Her bolt flies out, strikes it right in one of its feet, and there's a roar. However, this came through the air as Flame Drake 1 had already let loose its fireball breath. Flame Drake 2 similarly lets out a fireball, and so does Flame Drake 3. So I need reflex saves from Tib'resh, Tenebrae, and Sugtok.
Oh man, if only you guys were invisible.
Oof.
Tenebrae?
Would this count sonic or language based because it's a dragon roar?
It is not a dragon roar, this is not Skyrim.
It was worth a shot.
Well, it was a valid attempt. I give you that. Anyway, so okay, good. Tenebrae takes half damage.
I do too.
I also take half damage.
Do you have greater? Wait,
I just got improved evasion this level up.
good, because well, as the one who botched, you needed it the most.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, geez.
Roger, Tenebrae takes 7 points of fire damage.
Unacceptable.
Tib'resh takes also 7
37 points
Oh,
of damage.
Also takes 7 points. And Sugtok takes, and this is the one I roll good on. Sugtok takes 22 points of fire damage.
Fuck.
Ouch. 18. So that's my temp HP and down 4. Wait, is
Okay.
that's not a natural attack or a weapon attack, is it?
They launched a fireball at you from their mouth.
So no. I got
No.
barbarian damage resistance
No,
to
oh,
weapons
no,
and natural
no.
attacks.
This is fire damage.
No.
DR is for weapon attacks. Anyway, so they attacked, they flew, and one of them got hit. So that happened.
So he's 5 feet in the air. I can hit him like a pinata.
He is 25 feet in the air.
Fuck off.
He is 5 squares in the air.
Okay.
It is Tibresh's turn.
Yeah, who wants to help me jump 25 feet? Or bring one of these guys down, because otherwise I got this javelin.
Ooh, I could trap Tib'resh and one of them in a dome.
That does not help my jump.
Well, once he makes the dome, you can climb on top of it.
Not if he's grappling it and I trap them both instead.
What would be the max height that I could reach with a running jump at this point?
I want to say, like, body height.
Is it still 15? There's a calculation for this, but it wouldn't. I definitely couldn't do it with a vertical jump.
If I allow my spell to fizzle out,
Let me check.
can I
Let
cast-
me check what the thing for vertical jump says. High jump. 1 foot is acrobatics of 4. 2 is basically for every 4 points of an acrobatics check, you jump 1 foot in the air straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you would need
a lot more.
DC 80. That's
yeah.
that's mythic level shit.
I have plus 15 for my acrobatics right now, so that wouldn't really work. Okay, well, shit. I'm gonna have to probably just chuck a javelin right now. Tib'resh is gonna move right. Let's see, it's 30 feet.
You can move a lot faster than that.
No. The range of the javelin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry, yes. Sorry.
Well, if it's a 30-foot range, you basically need to be in any one of the squares surrounding its icon to make up for the fact that it's 25 feet straight up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to go there.
And Flame Drake 1 is the one that Kyra's hit already.
Yeah, and I'd pass through a... Well, I wouldn't, actually. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move up right underneath Flame Drake 3 and throw a javelin up at his belly.
All right. And whatever you're rolling, I'm going to add 1 because you're hasted, because that's what that does.
What about Raging Song?
Oh yeah, I would accept the Raging Song. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to make sure everything is, because it is a ranged attack. Okay, so plus 12 on that.
If you had accepted rage before, you would have a bonus 18 hit points before
Yeah.
they had hurt you.
Well,
Well,
have
it
just
It wasn't my turn when it was activated.
You choose when it's offered, or when the raging song starts. You can all choose to accept it or not. Then
So you can choose to accept the raging song when it starts, or
And then
at the
each
beginning of your
I
turn.
gotta pee.
However,
Okay.
you can only get
so
the
you,
temporary
you
hit
would have
points
had the
once.
extra.
Right. Okay. So that's fine. I'm fine with missing the temporary hit points. I'm okay with getting the just the bonuses this turn, but I don't know what it is. So I have my bonus for doing the ranged attack. But what is the other?
The range. You got your
Actually, it
range-
won't be a bonus to the attack because it's strength based.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
So Dex won't.
it will affect the damage if you hit, which you do.
Cool. Yeah. Tib'resh chucks a javelin. Sorry, gotta check that. Okay. Jesus, sorry. D6. How about that? Whoops, that should be +4.
So that's 6 then.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool. There's a javelin sticking out of its foot, and it roars.
Now I got your attention. Come down here.
All right, Sugarlicious.
What kind of action is it to pull out my bow?
Move action to unlimber to draw a weapon.
I thought you
Okay.
already had your bow out.
No, that's me.
Oh, my bad.
He was Garrett was just range finding for his bow earlier.
So, do I only get one attack if I pull it, or do I still get the
Yeah.
haste?
yeah,
of this?
yeah, because you take your.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
is it a hasted action? You get 2.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna try to hit him with my bow, which is D20 plus Dex.
Yeah, well, you only get
Plus
an extra attack if you're doing a full attack. So if he's just doing
Just
a
the one.
standard, it would just be 1.
Okay, then you still just get the 1, and don't forget it's a.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not going to hit. The arrow goes
Yeah,
wide.
Dex plus 1.
You're not used to shooting an arrow straight up.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Tenebrae.
We're gonna try to do the same thing. So we're gonna take a shot at this one right here,
Okay.
and I guess we'll do a full attack to get the extra one. So that's gonna be 6, 6, and 1. Except, yeah, I'm gonna add 1 to each of them for being hasted.
Yep, you know your shit.
And yeah, I guess I'll accept the raging song at the beginning of my turn just for the added strength. What's the
Plus 2.
strength?
2 or plus 4 to strength total.
Plus 4 to
Plus
strength.
2 to attack, plus 2 to damage.
Well, not to attack for dex weapons, but yeah, we'll add to the damage.
Composite bows.
Especially this adaptable composite bow.
Exactly.
That's the one I'm aiming with. I just can't hit.
Okay, so this is at +6.
Hit,
This is at +6.
miss, well,
Crit
botch.
fail.
Yeah.
Okay, is that going to end my full attack?
Yeah, it does. So the first one hits, you go to do the second one, and you accidentally miss knocking, and the arrow falls out, and just kind of you get your foot out of the way before the arrow tip lands straight in your foot.
Okay.
But 6 damage. All right,
Rolling those mins.
getting him out of the way early. Flickie is still holding his ice wall.
All right, so I'm going to bail on that, and I'm going to start moving. I'm going to go...
Well, you can move and still hold the charge.
no, I want to bail on the spell, but I want to stay invisible.
All right.
I mean, are you going to be casting something else?
Yes, 1 second. Give me 2 seconds, I'm sorry.
30-foot radius.
This is the part where he's going to run up and cast Cone of Cold on them.
I'm actually thinking about spell kenning for this next round. It could be very fun. They're all 25 feet in the air.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So they're all 25 feet in the air, right?
Yes.
So what I want to do is I want to shoot. I'm going to use my my once a day sacrifice. Don't use the higher level thing for my meta magic thing, and I'm going to cast a lightning fireball up into the air so it hits all 3 of them, but no one beneath it.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's going to use one of your 3rd level fireballs, but it's going to do lightning damage.
Nice.
Yes.
So 3rd level spell. What's your 3rd level spell DC?
3rd level spell DC 18.
Okay,
Is there anything added to that, or is that just straight up it?
that's your 3rd. That's your
10
spell.
plus int plus spell level.
Your int should be
10
higher than
plus.
that.
Wait. Yeah. Wait. Hold up. I wrote this down wrong. It is not 18. It is 10 plus 7 plus. It's 20.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was like, that seems low. But,
Yeah, I wrote that down wrong.
okay, now roll me your 9d6.
Okay, and if any of them resisted it, I'm allowed to. I can do this thing that lets me roll twice again to fight against a resistance check. But you said 96. I'm just gonna do that in the fucking chat.
What thing is that?
There's a thing. I have a fucking like a feat or what the fuck.
Okay, what you're
I
thinking,
was looking it up.
What you're thinking of is spell penetration.
I have spell penetration.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
of.
So if any of them resist them, I can.
That's
fucking...
not what that does.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is a reflex
right,
save, not spell resistance.
Slash roll 9d6. Hey.
Okay, well, the good news is, for you guys, only one of them saved. And that's the one closest to Kyra right now. The other 2 are taking full lightning damage from that.
Nice.
And
now I'm no longer invisible.
that shock actually stuns Flame Drake 1, not like actually stunning him, but like throws his rhythm off that he actually loses his flying and he comes down to the ground.
Does he take fall damage?
No, he kind of glides down a
Okay.
little bit.
Still got
And
wings.
He ends up over here. Flame Drake 3 catches himself. Okay. But he's 15 feet above the ground now instead of 25. Flame Drake 2 basically just got a little electrical burn on the tips of his tail.
Can I, as a reaction, give Tib'resh a boost for you to run at me?
No. Not right now, at least. Anyway, Kyra's turn. Kyra is going to bane her weapon and declare dragon. And she's going to deadly aim again. No, she's not. She's going to... Hold on a second. Let me...
Oh, Luke, it gives me a +2 bonus on caster level. Oh, wait, never mind. No,
to
I was
overcome
wrong. Sorry.
spell resistance, which is basically like magical AC.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Let me check this. What is it? As a swift action, so yeah, no full rounding for me. So, she's going to Bane for Dragon, and she's going to...
You can take a swift and a full.
No, you can't, because it's standard move Swift. You have to cash them all out for a full. You can take a 5-foot step in a full.
You're thinking of Star Wars. You can take a swift anytime you can normally take a free action. You can just only take one swift, whereas you can take as many frees as you want.
Okay, well in that case, we're gonna do a rapid shot instead. So these will be, the attack roll will be 2 higher than what's actually shown. Well, both of them hit. Unfortunately, the crit is a botch, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But there's also a grand total of 4d6 additional damage on this. So let me do the first one. So Let's not roll the one I'm using to keep track of turns. So her first
Wait,
shot.
why doesn't the crit confirm?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. The confirmation. It does confirm. I was looking at the
It's
damage.
just miserable damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
miserable damage. But
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah.
For either way, wow.
Either way, her first attack against Flame Drake 2, which is the one closest to her, with the additional Bane damage, is 12. And her second one, which is a crit, $14 damage. So she gets this one twice, once in the neck and once right in the armpit. But since this thing doesn't have arms, it just has wings, it hurts because it has to move on the wound every time it flaps. So there's a couple of dragons that aren't happy right now. Flame Drake 2 is wheeling around here, and its breath weapon actually recharged. So it's going to drop one on Kyra, who saves for half damage. So Kyra takes 11 points of damage from that. My Flame Drake 1 is stunned, still on the ground, and it also recharged. And Flickie is no longer invisible.
Oh no.
And Flame Drake 1 is going to launch a ball straight ahead. Basically, it's going to crash into Flickie. So it's going to engulf itself, but it's immune to fire damage. So I need a reflex save from Flickie and Tenebrae.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Reflexes +6.
My Raging Song only
Nice.
gives benefits to will saves, right?
Correct.
No, Haste gives a benefit of +1 to reflex.
that is correct.
All right, so Dillon, what'd you get?
23.
And 30.
Okay. You are both taking half damage from this.
Okay.
You both take 10 points of fire damage.
Oh, all right. Ouch.
And it's going to stand up and move closer and begin menacing Flickie with its jaw. Tib'resh. There's a dragon in the air, another dragon in the air, and a dragon on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't go for the one in front of me. The one in front of you is only 15 feet high. Jump off the rock. Jump off the rock.
The rock is
Aerial pin.
I-
Aerial pin.
I can.
Tim.
The rock is like 5.5 feet tall.
Yeah, Tim.
You can jump off that. You're
And
already
remember,
7 feet tall.
Yeah, with your arms, that's like 10 feet of reach. So
Yeah.
if you make a good enough acrobatics check off the rock, you can attempt to grapple the drake.
Hell, use the slippers. Climb up the vertical rock surface. You don't even have to make a check for that because you have the slippers, and then just do a backwards pinion drop.
And then
Oh.
do like a Naruto whip where you grab his legs and like double flip into the ground and like hit him so hard that the squares, like the cubes, pop out of the ground.
All right. Yes. Tib'resh's
One thing at a time, Dillon.
slippers of spider climbing activate.
Out of curiosity, what's the cross?
That's not me. I don't know.
That's not me.
A distance calculator in case I need it after my turn. I'll delete it.
Got it.
Tib'resh scrambles up the side of the rock and leaps, and attempts to grapple.
Well,
Drake.
make me the acrobatics check first.
Right. Well, to climb up the rock. But
To jump to the
not
dragon, I
But
mean.
to jump.
Going for a hit at Smacrobatics.
Literally suplex a deer.
A German suplex.
Check this amount. Hiya!
Yes, you are able to.
Hiya!
You are able to successfully reach the dragon. Continue.
Yes, grapple this bitch, dude. Are you about to grab a dragon? Dude, Tib'resh is slowly becoming the most legendary member of our entire crew.
Grappling the dragon midair.
Against its.
Yes, dude.
Hold on. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
And I think I do get a boost. No, it's not strength.
It's my CMB. Oh no, that's based off of strength, which is +2, so that would be 30.
It's okay. It works.
I have successfully grappled a drake that is flying 15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I look on in awe as Tib'resh is just like, ah, like Michael Jordan. He's got his tongue out. He's like, ah, like going for the dragon's legs.
Flying through the air like a big dumb goblin.
So that happened.
So like what is he hanging by his legs, or are they on the ground?
No, he's grappling the dragon. So I guess that means with his
Around the
jump,
neck,
with his jump, he like grabbed like the wing and kind of like did like the gymnastics bar roll and like momentumed himself up onto his back, and is now like trying to wrestle with it while it's trying to flap, and he's doing like the double man like trying to hold the wings up. Like
That's
Dillon,
sick.
remember whatever boss it was in Darksiders that tore its wings off?
Oh yeah. Oh god.
We're a couple steps before that happens.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was one of the angels. I remember that.
I won't murder people, but you know what I'll do to drakes.
Sugtok, you're up.
I summon Cube of Monkey!
So my falchion attack, is this guy still 15 in the air?
Yes. Tib'resh has not pinned him yet. Doing
Okay,
that
then
will cause him to drop.
I'm gonna say,
Laugh it up.
Tib'resh, you
I'm
might
thinking
want to
of the-
get out of there.
I'm thinking of the reverse lotus.
Well, Sugtok, can you do something about the other one that's still 25 feet?
Reverse
I'm
lotus
so-
or primary lotus?
So I'm gonna spellkin by singing in the Elfin North. There's a great
Deploy
white
deploy the
cold.
monkeys on top of it.
It freezes field and winches bold, and I'm gonna kin
hold-
frost field.
Okay, I'm gonna let.
15
Okay.
feet in the air.
Okay. Well, I'm
Right.
gonna let your spell canning, which takes a full
So it's gonna
round
take a
to
full
do-
round at the beginning of the next turn. It's gonna activate.
Okay. So
Hopefully they're still somewhere within range.
what does frost field do?
So frost field is a targeted 30-foot radius. Creates a field of magic frost that coats everything within its area. All mundane fires up to the size of a bonfire immediately extinguished. Creatures of the fire subtype take 3d6 cold damage. Can also be used against spells with fire descriptor like Dispel Magic can be, but
Okay.
inconsequential. But it's basically 3d6 of cold damage.
In a 30-foot
they're all-
30-foot
they're
radius.
all
Hold on. Here's the thing. So 15 feet in the air from right there.
Garrett, hold on a second. 30-foot radius.
Yes.
Okay, radiuses go off of grid intersections.
Right.
I'm assuming.
What, a 30
Right. Does
so-
he have to declare the target
Snap
of where
from
it is?
change to snap from corner.
Yeah, I have
instead of
to
snap
start
from
it.
Center.
Okay.
He can't
So
declare. Okay.
so 10, even 15, an extra 15 feet up is as high as he is. If it's starting
No,
from
he's
15
still
feet
20.
in the air.
He's still 25 feet in the air. The one that Tib'resh is on is 15 feet up.
Right. But my spell, I'm going to start 15 feet in the air.
Got it.
So 15 feet over and 15 up hits him.
15 feet and 10 up would hit him. So yes.
So 15 and 15 down hits Flame Drake 1.
Yes.
And then that guy's 15 in the air. So just 15 feet to him. Actually, it can go as far as 30 to him.
Right, okay,
So
okay.
it'll get all.
That is a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
15
the one
feet.
on the
That
ground in
radius-
front of me. is on the ground, so I will also get hit with this.
Well,
No,
yeah,
you
but you don't
won't.
have a.
No,
You
you
don't
won't
have the
because
fire
it's 15. It's 15
It
feet in
doesn't-
the air. So at 20
Garrett,
feet,
it doesn't matter. Garrett, it doesn't matter if it hits us. It's only fire subtypes that take.
yeah, to take the damage.
Fire subtype.
It's just gonna
Right.
be. It's just gonna.
Otherwise-
You'll just get a cold blast, but it wouldn't hit you. It's actually,
You're just gonna
fire
get
isn't
hard
too
nips.
far.
That's all.
Yeah, it's just gonna feel like you're in the freezer, but like it's not gonna actually hurt you.
I'm kinning that up for the next round.
All right. So at the beginning of your next turn, that will fire off. Let's see if they all
Actually,
survive
and
that long.
Tib'resh doesn't have to dive.
Well, he's probably still going to try it anyway, but in the meantime, let's see if they even last that long. Tenebrae, you're up.
Okay, so we are gonna use the new thing that I got this level up close and personal. So what I'm gonna do is Tenebrae is. Sorry. Is it? It'll stop. Oh my god, I hate my mouse.
You could use this, just click it, use the arrows.
There. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move through its square, making an acrobatics check to move through its space. And we're gonna click our heels with the
Daredevil boots.
Daredevil boots, which will give a +5 confidence bonus to this check.
Roll crap, roll crap, roll crap.
I like that you've now both
So
used
that's a
the boots you
34.
traded in this battle.
Well, no, sorry, that's a 29. I included the +5 in the macro. So
I've
it
watched this man suplex this deer like 120 times.
So it is. So that's a 29 for the acrobatics.
All right. It appears to be a bit too focused on Flickie to want to take the AOO on you, so you slip past it.
Okay, so as I do this,
You get a +1 on attack roll. So
I can make a single melee attack as a swift. I get a +2 insight bonus from the boots for succeeding at the acrobatics check. And because I succeeded the acrobatics check, he takes full hidden strike damage, not the reduced. So he takes the d8s.
Well, this is gonna hurt.
And
Probably. Unless you roll a shitty attack.
Nice.
I am going to turn off non-lethal for this. So I'm not going to be... I'm going to suppress the merciful enchantment.
Got it. Jesus, fish, dude! What the fuck?
God damn.
By the way,
I-
that roll
Does
does
the-
not include the
does the-
bonuses. So I will let you know its AC is 18. So even one of the bonuses that you have would let you confirm that crit.
Well, yeah, the
Rage
+2
boost.
insight
Yeah.
and the +1 haste would both make that confirm a 20. Okay. So that's 26, and then we're going to add the 5d8 of Hidden Strike.
Did you accept the rage for this? Because then it's another +2. Holy shit.
The damage is included because I've added the temporary increase in my
nice.
strength mod.
Well, as you do your daredevil flippy nonsense, you get it through one eye and out the other with your rapier, straight through its head. And then as you finish the flip, you pull it out and you just land superhero landing on the other side of it as it falls dead to the ground between you and Flickie.
I just look at him and I'm like, oh!
We're just gonna take the rapier and sort of do the finishing strike where he flicks it to his side quickly to
Get the blood off.
of it.
All right, show off.
And I actually still have my standard because that was just a move and a swift.
Yep.
So as a standard, I am going to attempt to do a combat feint against the one that's still 25 feet in the air.
The one that's menacing Kyra right now. Okay.
Yes. So that is a bluff check.
Against a DC, correct? Or do I have to make a sense motive?
No, it is a DC that includes either its sense motive or its hit dice.
Hit dice it is.
I really should write down these.
And it's what, 10 plus its hit dice?
Feint is 10 plus their base attack bonus plus their wisdom modifier.
Yeah, you bluff him.
Okay, so he is he's denied his dex bonus against my next attack.
Well, Flickie and Kyra are happening before his turn even happens, so let's see what happens. Dillon, you're up.
All right. I do a sick-ass roll, like, towards this guy. And then I make the Ed and Nettie noise and go, "Hoo-sumadaki!" And then I fucking do Cone of Cold. I just blast up into the air at this dragon.
Okay, and that's a 5th level spell, so it's DC 22.
It should be.
If your third is
10
20,
plus
5
yeah,
is
it's
22.
22. Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I got a 23. He takes half damage. So, but he's vulnerable to cold, so roll, please.
Wait, what am I rolling if he's vulnerable? What do you mean?
You're rolling 9d6.
Oh, okay.
And then I apply a modifier to how much. He's vulnerable to cold, but he's taking half. So, you know what? It just about evens out.
What does that mean?
Roll the damage. Yeah. Even without the vulnerability, half of that, and there is now a flame dragon popsicle coming crashing down in the direction of Kyra, landing right about here next to her.
And I like kind of flick the ice crystals off my hands, and I'm like,
Which, by the way, that's a 60-foot cone of just
yeah, no,
jagged
I
ice.
blasted it above me, just ah, like it was hype. That's why I aimed up and not forward. I was like, fucking, this bitch is going like towards the dragon.
Yeah, I noticed.
Nice.
Well, that's Flickie's turn. Kyra was getting ready to shoot that motherfucker, but doesn't need to. She's still got a Bane set for Dragon, so she's going to move over here. So she's definitely... One more thing, because with this, she's definitely within 30 feet of this dragon, and she's going to point-blank shot it. And with her Bane, this is going to be 2 higher. Hits. That should be... And... Takes 16 points of damage. So while Tib'resh is busy grappling this thing, struggling for dear life against a flying creature desperately trying to stay airborne, suddenly it gets a lot easier as its resistance just completely shuts down, and you pin its red dragon wings together, and then you realize 15 feet, you just kind of land on top of it like, thunk, like this, aha! And then Kyra's just there with her crossbow like, nice work, Tib'resh.
Yeah, let's call that 50-50.
It still only counts as one.
Can I shift my spell canning 15 extra feet in the air and yell ambiance and still create just cold above us
If you
so it
want.
doesn't hurt us?
Sure.
I'd already prepped it. I'm gonna lose it anyways.
It's still not gonna hurt us. We don't have a fire.
Oh yeah, then I'm just gonna cast it at the
Everybody's
ground.
super cold.
But
That's
also,
great.
here's the thing. If you don't want to waste your spell canning, you can just stop before you complete the incantation.
Oh, then no.
Yeah, because it's a full round action, so you can just you can just
Flickie,
stop
I had
doing
something really cool prepared, man, but yours was
Luke,
cooler.
quick question: if
It
that
felt like Dragon Ball Z.
Drake hadn't been taken out from underneath my sturdy, strong arms, does my weight, if I'm grappling it, my weight immediately affects it? Is that enough to topple a Drake or at least cause it to start falling towards the ground?
No, that would just make it carry a heavier load, which means it would fly slower. Like its 60-foot fly speed would be reduced to, I think, like 40 or something.
But like, if I'm grappling, like, you know, in terms of the things that I could grapple onto, if I'm grappling onto its wings,
Flying creatures are weird this way. That's why you have to pin a flying creature to reduce its speed to 0, which will then cause it to drop.
Dude, you should get one of those hitman weapons, like a garrote or whatever they're called.
Yeah, a
Garrote wire.
So,
Yeah.
so
dude.
pinning it is the only way to stop it. So he would essentially have to climb onto its back and just hug both of its wings and pile drive it into the ground.
Was something smaller than me, I could naturally cause it to fall to the ground. But you know, this one's a little bit too big.
Yeah, I mean, it's a large-sized creature. It's got muscle to it. But there you guys go. There's 3 flame drakes, and the cart is safe.
And the horses.
Woo!
That's included.
We did
in the
it,
cart.
guys. We saved
All
the
right.
city.
Is there anything worth taking off of these drakes?
I'm gonna
Can you
cut
find
out their
anything
wings
useful
for more
on-
Drake chips.
Oh yeah, can I also cut off 2 of the wings and just stick them to the side of the cart? So we've got a flying cart.
If you,
Fire-
well,
flame-
it's not exactly rigor mortis like that. So you can't exactly, if you want to like put them against like the sides like this or something. I don't have.
Yeah. So as we're traveling along, the wings are flapping off the side of our
and
cart.
also, the river drakes are medium sized. These are large size. Each of these wings is about the size of a queen mattress.
Yeah, no, I'm just cutting out the webbing so I can make Drake chips.
So yeah, flame drakes are definitely spicier than.
Yeah,
the
they're
water
gonna be
drakes.
spicy.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be the equivalent of the jalapeno flavor.
We're gonna invent Takis in this world right now.
Do we, Flickie? Do you have any spells that could freeze this so we could bring some back for Milo? I think
Yes,
you could
I
do
do.
wonders.
Actually, one of them is still pretty much entirely encased in ice.
Yeah.
All right, get him into the bag. And I want
We
to start loading
break
into
him
the bag of
apart.
holding.
We break him apart for easy.
He's
We'll rip
he's
him
not
into
that
wire-
frozen.
or Drake chunks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not liquid nitrogen
Can I
frozen.
use Frost Field to that freeze them?
It only deals 3d6 damage to a living fire subtype, so it's going to be cold,
Alright.
but it's not going to be like freezer,
Okay.
especially considering how far away from Kintargo you are.
Yeah, I just want good meat goods in our dimensional bag.
That's why I'm putting the chopped up bits for the chips. I've rolled them up like Takis and I've thrown them in my bag, my handy haversack, in a little sealed hermetic jar. Well, not little, it's a lot of it. I've got I found space. I have a magic bag.
The jar is really big, trust me.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Well, fucking A, that was great. Jumping on that guy. I love jumping on people.
I love kids, Charlie. I love kids.
I love grappling, Charlie.
We have successfully identified Tibresh's Achilles heel. Ranged combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Figure a way around that. Sometimes
We just got to get you a blitz ball.
Or less ranged combat and more flying creatures.
Yeah.
Blitzball will
Luke,
make you
the
super
opposite
effective
of
against
Wait,
all of
wait,
these
what the fuck are we
things.
talking about? Tib'resh should have the levitating boots.
No.
It'd be really
It would be
convenient
really
for me
useful
to
for
be
stuff
suddenly
like this for
15
him to
feet
get
in the air.
and flurry of blows.
I don't need to move around to do flurry of blows.
And to be fair, you can always just grab onto something and it can carry it with you, because you can't move yourself laterally, like just by walking, but if you like push against a wall or pull yourself against something or have something drag you, you can still move laterally, just not under your own walking power.
7,500 gold to buy a pair.
That's fucking amazing. Yeah, just, think about those lighting boots and how much you need it, considering all the other ways you can
You
fly.
have wall walking boots. Usually we're in a city.
This is an unusual situation for me.
To be fair, because it's not like once someone has equipment, it's theirs forever, as demonstrated in this episode with the boot swap. You can swap out the equipment the party has for whatever you guys need to do with it.
As long as someone has the same gigantic feet size as you.
The key word there is can.
I mean, I thought those slippers worked out pretty well.
No,
yeah, you ran up a rock dove through the air and fucking grappled a dragon. That was sick.
I do very much enjoy those little slippers, man. They were real nice.
This song, Shadow Persona.
Yeah, this is the
It does get that groovy.
this is the Tib'resh theme.
All right, you climbing up on me or what, ladies and fuck off.
All right, so what are we doing?
Well, you've harvested
well.
wing webbing for chips. Is
Yes.
anybody trying to take anything else from the drakes?
I want to take some teeth too.
Make me a survival check.
Fuck.
If you
Yeah,
want,
I
if you-
would
if
like
you- if
several
you-
like cuts of meat.
yeah,
It's just a D20, baby.
I would like
That
to-
is a 15.
you're
I would
able-
like to take some healing magic from Kyra, please.
Kyra is able to assist Flickie, and Flickie, you get about half a dozen drake teeth that are still in good quality by the time you manage to get them out.
Nice.
Sugtok,
Stabs the drake several times.
unfortunately, all the parts that you are able to actually get off of the drake's body are like frostbitten and freezer burned.
Sorry about that.
Hoist by his
Anybody
own
want
baton.
a drake snow cone?
That sounds disgusting.
I mean, it's top quality.
Anyway,
It's a little
and
spicy.
Rohair, Kyra is going to give you a Cure Light Wounds to the tune of 10 points of healing.
I like it.
How are you
That
feeling?
undoes one fireball.
Tenebrae, you feeling all right?
I'm feeling better.
Here, bud. And I'm gonna grab onto his shoulder and lap away another 9 points of healing.
It's so gross that
It
magic
doesn't-
needs physical contact like that.
It's just that like dad son shoulder squeeze.
Touch spells are touch spells for a reason. You have to be a powerful wizard to be able to not touch somebody to do magic.
I'll get there.
I don't know.
What do you
if it
mean,
was-
get there? You're already there, Cone of Cold Boy.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't know if it was clear, Luke, but the green bar is rounds of bane, and
Yeah,
the blue bar
is
is
her
uses of
judgment.
Her
Her
preacher
judgment.
no, that's her preacher determination.
Oh, okay, yeah. But she used 2
that
rounds of
reminds me
Bane.
to use it.
That's fair. And yeah, she used 2 rounds of Bane total in that fight.
Although that could also be judgment.
Well, to be fair, Judgment's probably going to be one thing that she just does and then I
Wait.
just forget about.
Guys, can we quickly appreciate the fact that we're now strong enough to have bodied those 3 drakes as a party with
Pretty quickly.
minor injuries
Yeah.
You know, and I'm actually
in a timely
happy.
fashion?
I'm relatively happy that on the 1d6 recharge time, 2 of them rolled 1, so I only had to wait. I only had to get to the next round. And I just fluffed it up as, the 2 that you guys saved against their fireballs were so pissed off it supercharged them. But as you guys finish policing up your Drake bits of whatever versions you can find, it's time to get back on the cart and continue up the mountain.
Oh.
This is 0.
Well, shit. I say we just straight up continue, right? Like, why not?
Party on.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that didn't hurt too bad.
I'm going to let you guys know. Because of the time, I'm going to let you know that we're going to speed along our next 2 days. We're going to end with you guys coming into view of Menador Keep. I am also going to let you know that one of those 2 days is a Saturday, which means there's going to be rebellion stuff to do. We are going to hold off on that until next
Oh,
session.
I was about to say, Jesus, that we can't right now.
Exactly. We're going to start next session with the rebellion stuff that's happening. But for the time being,
We've got it. It's pretty.
the following
locked and loaded.
the following 2 days happen. So
I also have some suggestions about how to do our reconnaissance at the keep, rather than just rolling up front and knocking on the front door.
And another thing
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
another thing that I'm going to do along that particular vein is I'm going to after this session is finished, I'm going to unveil the exterior bits of Menador Keep on the map and leave you guys visible on that map so that at any point you can log into Roll20 and look at the Menador map from the outside to
Like,
get some
see
ideas.
what we can see.
Nice.
Okay.
Exactly. But as you guys are entering in your third day in the gap, by all accounts, this is going to be the day that you come upon Menador Keep, and you have started to reach the point where the roads are getting narrower and the fall-offs are getting steeper and deeper. You are getting to the like anyone who's ever driven a mountain road knows what it's like when you look over the edge and see, oh boy, I hope I don't fall off that.
I put the pipe weed down.
Smart.
So is this like just enough space for the horses and the cart?
This path is wide enough for carts. You can actually see parts of have actually been like. You guys are intimately familiar with the stone shape spell due to unfortunate circumstances in your recent past, so you have seen bits where the mountain itself has been stone shaped away to give enough clearance for even heavier carts than yours to pass single file down the mountain pass. So you guys aren't having too much trouble, but it's one of those things where even those of you steering can kind of feel the horses just going like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. I can tell that Big Seb is giving me some guff, and I'm like, we have to, bud.
Sugtok starts playing Past the Point of No Return. Fucking Phantom of the Opera.
And I'm just like, sing for me.
Secrets
Tib'resh is
will
singing
we
over the
learn
melodies.
beyond the point of no return.
That's some really dour music.
Wait.
keeps singing.
Since I'm ending the session, our games of make-believe are at an end.
Classic.
Oh,
But as you guys are coming up onto the third day, you know that Menador is somewhere up ahead. Do you guys want to just walk straight up to it, or do you want to stop and discuss
We
reconnaissance
should stop and
ideas?
recon.
Okay. Do we
We
want
should
to
stop and discuss reconnaissance.
Yeah. Do you guys want to have the reconnaissance discussion now, or do that
No.
right after the rebellion stuff next time?
I mean, we could talk about it now. Really, the gist of it is I was gonna say send Tim the Hawk to do some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Have him fly over, see if he can get a body count, maybe get a sense of what kind of other unfortunate things there are. Maybe see if there's an easy egress rather than just walking through the front gate. Like if there's a side passage, or if there might be some windows on a lower area that we could climb up to at night.
Thrun
Yes, yeah, that'd be the jam.
wasn't Thrun and his croonies like they were using the Menador Keep in a war with somebody?
No, so the keep is garrisoned because to the south the Glorious Revolution is kind of
Glorious
stirring up
Reclamation.
Glorious Reclamation is stirring up all of Cheliax. So the keep is strictly keeping, reclamation people out and, allowing trade for and movement of soldiers in and out of Menador. Because the Archduchy of Menador is kind of where a lot of cellist soldiers are raised, So the Menador Mountains and the Archduchy of Menador that includes them is kind of the soldier base for Cheliax.
Okay.
Well, shit.
So to answer your question, there's not an active war going on, but things to the south are getting kind of spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we all kind of decided that if we can find the anvil, or
Well,
the
if
anvil of
we-
unmaking that might be
if
there,
we-
but
if
nobody's
we-
seen it in decades.
Yeah, the Anvil of Unmaking is probably still under the keep. Nobody knows about it. And if we collapse the keep pass, then if Thrun wants to get reinforcements, they either have to go through the coastal road or they have to go all the way around through Nadal.
And we
Both
do
of
have
which are very
friends
long.
on the coast.
True. The coastal road also goes through the coastal duchy, which is notorious for being very anti-Thrun in general. So it's not a great path.
But basically, the further you get away from the Chelish Heartlands, the more anti-Thrun people are comfortable being.
Awesome.
There's also the Strix out on the coastal areas, who just don't like any foreign occupation at all.
You guys have met one Strix before when Flickie obliterated her with his first scorching ray.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
was not friendly to any sort of authority. So we can expect future Strix to be similarly nonplussed at our presence.
Is the Strix that paper monster thing?
No, the Strix
No,
was
the
the winged woman.
Yeah.
Scarplume was her name.
The Red Jenny's boss lady. Is that right?
Red Jill,
Yeah.
but close enough.
Red Jill.
She
Damn it.
ran the Red Jills.
Red
Red
Jenny's.
Red
Red
Jenny
Jenny's
is
is
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Been playing that before Wonderlands.
Anyway, so yeah,
so-
that's my suggestion for surveillance is send Tim the Pimp.
that should be
and
fine.
Actually, you know what? Before we close off tonight, I'm going to show you guys the map just so I can explain it, just so that I make sure everybody's clear on a few things.
Yeah.
Show us, show us, show us.
Okay, so I know a lot of this is still hidden, but can you guys see the outline of...
Like the road and the front.
Yeah, the road comes up here, and then there's hard, like, edges here.
Yeah.
So, this is a portcullis, this is a portcullis, this is a building, this is a building, and this is the second level of that building, and the balcony... You see how this shape
Full of
right
arches
here...
and stuff.
Yeah, this shape right here matches this shape right here for it being the roof
So
of
that's-
whatever these rooms are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battlements.
Yeah. So you've got, as far as the basic reconnaissance that you guys are going to do, you're going to see this one building right here that's one story. These two portcullises right here. You guys are coming in from this side, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then this two-story building right here, built into the mountain. And this is the second story of that same two-story building, and the balcony that is overlooking the courtyard and the ways east and west.
Right on.
And the entire thing is built into a land bridge. Like, you guys remember how Solitude from Skyrim, how it's built on a big natural arch?
Well,
Yeah.
quote unquote natural.
Yeah, but this is on the inside of the arch.
Okay.
So,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so basically the keep is the bottom half of the donut, and the top half of the donut is the archway.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I will leave you guys on this map so that if you're ever curious, in between now and next session, which, by the way, Roger, you weren't here for this, but we were discussing possibly playing next week to make up for lost time, and Tim is the one saying, I'm not sure what my next Saturday looks like. Is that going to be okay for you?
Probably. I mean, I work every day. My last day off was the 9th, and I am scheduled to work through the 22nd.
Okay.
So I will probably not have a day off again until I can file a grievance about it. So, but, you know, as long as I get done with my 8 hours and I have a decent amount of time to cook dinner, yeah, that should work.
Okay, so again, Tim doesn't know right now, so there's going to be another midweek check-in to see how we're going with that. But
I should be fine.
yeah, but any time between now and then, you guys can log in to look at this as far as planning is concerned, because you guys can see the doors that I've revealed that go in on the first and second levels.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Ryan Tracy's only here for a few more minutes, so if this is the end of the set, I'm gonna bail. So I can
I am ending the session, but first, you guys get 1,200 experience points for the drakes.
Nice.
So you should be at 7970. Sorry, 79,700.
69.7. Wait.
7,900.
Oh wait, right. I haven't fucking checked my experience in
All
a
right,
while.
I gotta go to the bathroom. We had Mexican food for dinner.
I understand
Good smash.
completely. All right, I'll see you guys next
Nice.
time.
My dude.
You said it was 100.
1,200.
Okay.